Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Spin that vortex up in the chat if I could be heard. Family, y'all praises to the ever-present creator. The all in all that always was, is, and never shall be. The mighty and great spirit. The mighty and great I am. Good to see y'all in the building. Shout out to the haters, job jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too, man. Y'all see the titles there, Knowledge Beyond the Grave, Part 2. What is the system in the order of the spirit world? We gonna talk about it today. Y'all get them thumbs up. Share it with your pastors, your imams, your meemaws, and all of the above. I know the gang, we always come through the cook, man, and bring some clarity to the matter. You know, bring some clarity to the matter. The way we can understand how to maneuver and move out here, man. Today is a mighty and great day to do a mighty and great work for someone else. You feel me? Righteous works, righteous service is the fastest way to resurrection and ascension and salvation and all that good stuff, man. You dig? So remember, when you out here going through your trials and tribulations, always remember it's always a plus to do something marvelous for someone else. You feel me? That's what we do around these pods. Good to see y'all in the building, man. I see y'all. Let me go ahead and shout some of y'all out real quick, man. Shout some of y'all out. I got the West Side connected the building. Dreadful Cosmo. Yeah, that brother be up same time I be up, boy. Grinding. Boy, I worked about 60 hours last. Matter of fact, ain't no bout. I worked right around 61 hours this week, bro. You know what I mean? And last week, should I say. Shit, Monday through Saturday. I even grinded a little bit yesterday. You did. But hey, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody complaining around these parts. Let's get it done. We got the Bronze Yo report. Bronze. My brother. I'm short leggers, bro. You said it was their first time on the plane. How they deal with it. You feel me? I know my short leggers like being above the clouds, but they be like, ooh. Little light and balance, everybody. My Flow Rider, my Dayton, Ohio, Mahalia Naturals in the building. Little light and balance. You already know. You already know. BC, my Naptown brother in the building. What's the word? YAH'KI. Yeah. Y'all go ahead and send that on out, boy. We may hurt a little feelings today, but you know, it may be some revelation behind it. You feel me? You may get some of your questions answered. And this thing gets real because when you're done talking, this topic right here is about who you supposed to go see when you cross over, you transition. You feel me? The topic of who we call God and death, it really ain't no more important topic. You know what I mean? Because we all got to cross that threshold of death, don't we? Why are the spiritual books vague about what goes on? It's real vague. It ain't no detail behind it. Yafa in the building. Keep being the light, sister. You already know. Keep being the light and bringing the light. You feel me? Bless up. We got the salute to the God, man. Condolences to your recently departed loved one, my brother. You know what I mean? You got it out the mud with. I called you the other day, chopped it up with you. It did. The beautiful thing, though, y'all, is that we know the system in order over this way. You feel me? You really ain't left on the cliff just to hang, glide, or fall. Like you already know. Like, yeah, what we talking about makes all the sense in the world. You feel me? So yeah. Condolences to you and your family, big homie. My brother SHALOM. Y'all tap in, like, subscribe, share, man. Y'all, everybody you see with a wrench around here, or you see that we rock, we click tight. Y'all like, subscribe, and share around these parts, man. James Giant in the building. What's the word, YAH'KI? What's the word? And once again, shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers, man. A lot of you milly mouth misfits are fumigating at the mouth. You are in denial. You dig? HOK is still over there smoking. It's been a month since the Four Horsemen or the CGG invaded had the team debate, boy. These cats is still licking their wounds. in utter denial. It's all good though, man. We got everybody's attention. We gonna teach. Bring it out. You feel me? Way more understanding come from presentations and teaching than debates. Debates is more, but debates are good though, because we get to put it on display. You feel me? In go mode in front of everybody. You know, being from that hip hop generation, we naturally compete with each other. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? But if anybody thought we was playing, nah, we press play. That's what we done did. We done openly displayed YAH'S superiority. No, we ain't just talked it. We got in the ring with it. All right, so anybody that's still talking and ain't willing to get in the ring, smell your own breath over there. As they go in the corner, like I do my little jokers, you in timeouts, going over there in the corner, put your forehead in the corner, cry and smell your own breath. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Let's say just woke up. That's what's up, bro. Brian said he in traffic. That's what's up. Y'all like, subscribe, share, go to the Bronze Yoga Report. Him and our brother Dreadful Cosmine got a podcast coming out. You know what I mean? Love and Light, True Beauty for Ashes. What's the word, fam? Love, Light, and Balance. Cosmine, Cal TV, the Raphael, the Turtle Gang. The No Nonsense Brother. You dig? My big brother and y'all big brother. Y'all go like, subscribe, and share, man. Jump in and get you some understanding dealing with the Jehovah Chronicles. Brother damn near on 200. Boy, you get Cal going, boy. Hey, yeah. You might as well go ahead and pack a dinner and a lunch. We're gonna be here for a little minute. Yeah, shout out to the God, Cosmine Cal, man. Love, light, and balance. HICKMAN. My sister Jamia, my little sister. You dig? Love and light. Abundant blessings to your family, my sister. We got my brother MELCHIZEDEK, one of our camp brothers in the building. Love, light, and balance to my bro, man. Cool brother. Chop it up on IG. You know what I mean? Love, light, and balance, man. Got just me in the building. The brother, they got all the archives and the footage. What's the word, brother? Nothing but love, light, and balance to the fam, man. That's all it is with me. You dig? You dig? Now, who else we got up in here? Bishop X. What's the word, family? Shalom, love, light, and balance. We got my sister Kepha in the building. The creator is unstoppable. Y'all go like, subscribe, and share, man. Now, the gang outside. And one thing you can't say about us, we outside. You feel me? And truthfully, you know, y'all spoiled me with that team debate. I just want to do the team ones now. I didn't want to do the team ones now. Y'all feel me? It is what it is, man. Anybody else I didn't get a chance to shout out? Maybe this StreamYard, chat is on delay, I think. Dig. Who else we got up in here? Okay. Daughter of the Great Spirit. That's what I'm talking about. They over thinking we talking about something crazy. See, Shalom, his wife passed. Nah, his cousin, man. Basically his brother. We grew up with. I'm talking about out the mud with baby pictures together and all type. Yeah. So condolences, man. May your cuz rise in power, Selah. He didn't experience everything Creator has for him. No, his wife ain't passed. Not at all. My brother Dominique, that's a snipe on the roof right there. Y'all might want to tread lightly. Snipe on the roof. Yeah, boy, we got boys on them long guns. You know what I mean? We got Cosmine Cal on the long gun. Dominique, another one. Sniper. I mean, y'all tread lightning coming up in here, man. We will not hesitate. Who else we got up in here? Bang. Bezel. We got my brother Bezel in the building. What y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about? Bezel the oil light. Abundant favor to your family, YAH'KI. You know what I mean? Sharice, I didn't know that was you. Okay. What up, sis? Daughter of the great. I knew you was family regardless. You know what I mean? Daughter of the Great Spirit. City of Compton, Ema from Hub City, baby. My Ema, that's y'all Ema. YAH'S, y'all go like, subscribe, and share. You feel me? That's Hub City right there, city of Compton, baby. You dig? But as y'all see, we in the building today, and y'all see the title, so we gonna go ahead and get busy. That's what we gonna do. We ain't come to tiptoe through the tulips. We ain't come to Mighty Cuddle. You know what I mean? We ain't come to stutter and flubber and, you know, get all Gregory Hines in the spirit tap dancing. No, this is not lick your finger scholarship. We right to it, back to back. You know what I mean? And most of these cats out here set tripping. Nah, I'm God tripping. You dig? We gonna
would you kill your child, your son, if your God told you to?
You said the Most High told me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
A 22-year-old woman told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God. To go on a shooting spree about the solar eclipse, and that not long after she left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger driving to the interstate, traveling west, shooting into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a 4-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual. Klein says Moses took Higginbotham to the garage, played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and shot him. If
God came to you and told you to sacrifice your kid, would you sacrifice your kid?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God is called the terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. So Napa means empty, you could say, or open. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible.
According to the criminal complaint, Polite told investigators God told him to shoot Pastor Germany. And he wanted to go to jail to clear his mind.
Would you kill your child or your grandchild if your God told you to?
Oh, man.
So that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes. But I think that it would be a test. I don't think the Lord would actually tell you to do it. I think it would just be a test because we can see.
You'd be willing to go through with it?
I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through.
Leader Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God, one day in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks and her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. Today, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's take over an Opalaka apartment building. 2 residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death.
Wow! Judah, do you hear me? If the Most High Yahweh tells you to kill your family, would you do it? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Oh, Judah, no.
Damn. Judah didn't mean that, y'all. If the Most High say, put your family down, would you do it for the Most High?
By faith, yes. By faith, yes.
By faith, yes.
But he's going to tell me not to do it, just like he did Abraham. We have a story like that already. Next.
The moral law is that if a child was to be rebellious, okay, towards their parents, they was to be taken down and be stoned to death because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Would you do that? Would you do that if your God came back to you today in glory and said, I want you to stone your son if he get rebellious? Would you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
The Most High was to come to you and ask you to off your loved ones. Would you do it, brother?
If I had made the mistake, if I didn't have ancestors inside of me and I made the mistake to make babies with outside nations, and then I heard the download from my ancestors saying that you need to put them away, yes, I will put them away. Yes, I will put them away.
Yes, I will put them away.
Okay, Judah Nazareth, if the Most High come to you and say, I want you to put down your family, I have a better movement for you that I need you to do, would you do it?
They're out of here. They're out of here. They're out of here.
All right, question for Iz. Would you kill your child, your son, if your God told you to?
You said the Most High told me to?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
A 22-year-old woman told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God, to go on a shooting spree about the solar eclipse, and that not long after she left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger driving to the interstate, traveling west, shooting into two cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a 4-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Action.
Man, I don't even know how anybody believes that these cats is bringing any type of light outside, man. I don't even understand how you even can process this in your mind. You feel me? It don't even make sense. It don't even make sense, man. Hey, but look, shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too. Shout out to everyone just entering the chat. Y'all already know, man, CGG in the building. You feel me? That's where we at with it. You understand? And that's what it come down to. Where the higher light at, and who is willing to be real enough within themselves to say, yeah, I ain't gonna act like I ain't see that here or see that bomb go off. That bomb went clean off. And what you got is people acting like it didn't go off. In pure denial, you feel me? Shout out to everyone entering the chat. Snoopy, good. What's the deal, bro? How you be? A little light and balance to you, bro. Believe that and know that. We got the triple OG in the building. Jehezy killed Judah. Good to see the elder, man. Last weekend. Good to see the elder, man. We chopped it up. You know what I mean? Always good to be around like-minded brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? Always good. Now, my patience is running short, though, Jehezy. For any of the, you know, the misfits that's around there running their mouth or putting our names within their chops, my patience running real short. You feel me? I'm almost at the point where I ain't got no rap for nobody. Unless you come asking, like, hey, bro, can you explain to us what that, hey, man, break that down for me, man. Like, if you ain't coming in that spirit, if you coming just to argue or crack jokes, I ain't got no rap for none of y'all. You know what I mean? Keep the gang out your chops. Because ain't none of y'all gonna brush up on damn fade. You dig? And do this in front of everybody. The where you're gonna be looking like a mental midget. You're not dealing with no higher light than us. Truth. You know what I mean? You see what James John said? I see why the feds got the niggas over. You heard me? I see why. I see why, man. What you say, big homie? Dreadful Kaiman, shell shocked. Shell shocked. Shalom to our sister Kenya. Love, light, and balance, man. And then again, y'all misfits, stop us when y'all hear something evil. You know what I mean? Stop us when you hear something evil, man. We ain't said nothing or went over nothing evil yet. You know what I mean? So stop with all the, you know, what they call the gish galloping and all that extra stuff these Negroes be on. You feel me? Now is the time to get some understanding. When we gonna get some understanding? You feel me? Everybody outside the dojo, boxing the Ooh, boy, I can't wait. I can't wait to get a hold of Selah Shalom, Cosmon Cow, Malaki Maccabee, Daryl Cosmon. You outside the dojo boxing You ain't brought your ass inside though and caught these hands yet. These hands and these feet. Ooh, I tell you. Out there looking like Frank Martin from last night, boy. Shout out to Tank Davis, boy. Hey, look, bro, know what he doing. Boy, stun that boy and put him out with the same hand. Left uppercut, left hook, go to sleep. You feel me? That's somebody that's inside, not outside. Woo, I'm fast, ain't I? No. At the best, that's all you cats talking about. You know what I mean? So let's get into some of this, man. Y'all see the title. Everybody see the title. You feel me? This is part 2. Is there knowledge beyond the grave? Now, let's not forget. Hold on. Let's not forget what Solomon. Let's not forget what King Solomon. Melech Shlomo. We'll see what King Solomon said real quick. And then we're going to come back to this a little. Don't forget what he said. Solomon say, ain't no knowledge in the grave, boy. Whatever you find, whatever you want to do, you better get to it. You better hurry up. That's what Solomon say. Because all that, what you talking, ain't none of that in the grave where you going. You know what I mean? I'm going to start at verse 4. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 3. Ecclesiastes 9 and 3. Then we're going to get into that loop real quick. Just show. You know what I mean? Just show what it is. Hey, man. These boys boxing They got the nerve to think they doing something, man. Y'all, look, leave me alone. Just look. One thing about us, we're going to keep it real first. All right? No, we're going to address the elephant in the room. Yes. You know what I mean? We're not going to act like it ain't what it is. Just for the sake of a few seal claps. You know, oi, oi, oi. Clapping like a seal at the zoo at feeding time. Oi, oi. No. We're going to keep it solid. Too much integrity, right? But look at this. Ecclesiastes 9:3. This is an evil among all things that are done under the sun. But there is one event unto all. Solomon's calling death evil. That there is one event unto all. Yea, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil. The heart or the mind of men is full of evil. So what Melech Shlomo is saying, right? And madness is in their heart while they live. And after that, they go to the dead. So we're talking about the state of the departed right now. And he's supposed to be the wisest man ever. Let's see what he's talking about. Look what he say. For to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog, a living peasant is better than a dead lion, better than a dead king. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. The dead know not anything. According to Solomon, there is no knowledge beyond the grave. Go black. There is no knowledge in the grave. The dead know not anything, neither is there any more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. This is, for any Israelite that don't accept what we call the New Testament, when it comes to death, if you just a Tanakh only Israelite or Old Testament only Israelite, you dig, the system and order is even more vague. At least in the New Testament, it's a little more detailed. You dig, but in the Old Testament, it's vague. You don't know what happens when them lights go out. According to Solomon, the dead don't know nothing. A living peasant is better than a dead king. You feel me? Because the living know they're gonna die. The dead know not anything. The dead don't have knowledge. Look at what know is. We can get into it. Slow it down on you. Yo is your die. No is your die. Shout out to my brother, your die El Yon.
Strong's H 3045. Yadah. Yadah.
You die. Knowledge. He said the dead know not anything. The dead don't learn anything. Learn to know. The dead can't perceive anything. The dead can't perceive or see. The dead can't find out or discern. The dead can't lose the ability to discriminate or distinguish. The dead don't have any understanding on any experience. The dead can't recognize, admit, acknowledge, confess. The dead can't even consider. The dead don't know anything according to Solomon. And remember, Solomon is quoted and told it about to be what? The most wise man, the wisest man to ever breathe oxygen or to ever pour oxygen through his nostrils. Supposed to be Melech Shlomo. The dead don't know nothing. This is what it was. Melech Shlomo is saying that the dead don't know anything. All right. Now look, if y'all realize I'm not making this up, I'm just reading what the book says. And again, y'all, this is Battle of the Holy Books. We want to know what the book says. We want to know what the book says, not your philosophizing and your breakdown and imagine this and look at it like this. No, what does the book say? Because we can objectively read what the book says. Okay? If y'all realize that Maccabee ain't making this up, that Solomon teaches, his teaching concerning death is that the dead know not anything. If y'all understand that, throw me a 9 up in the chat. That Malaki is not making none of this up. All right, let's slow it down. Let's walk through it. Let's get it done. Tia Boo over there with the fro out. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Uh-huh. Yeah, I ain't making nothing up, man. What you say, Cal? Hey, man. Man, I be trying to, that be my fault sometimes. Sometimes I be trying to soften the blow. Sometimes you can't soften the blow, huh, bro? Just give it to him. Just bomb it, man. And it is what it is. I see 9s in the chat, so everybody know I'm not lying. I ain't making it up. There ain't no me trying to flip and twist scripture like a lot of these mealy-mouthed misfits are saying. For the dead, for the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more reward. Dang. For the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. So no more love. Like the love you got for your wife or your children or your pops, your moms, your grandmamas and grandpappies and cousins and all that perishes when you go to the grave, according to Melech Shlomo. That's how you say Solomon. Shlomo. Slow-mo, huh? Neither have they any more portion or reward forever in anything that is done under the sun. Go thy way. Eat thy bread with joy and drink thy wine with a merry heart. For God God now accepts your works. So I'm just saying, look, hey, it's all over when you give up that last breath. So, hey, you better get to it. Huh? Eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. You better enjoy yourself according to Solomon. You better. Let thy garment be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment. Verse 9. Live joyfully with the wife whom you love all the days of the life of your vanity. So then he doubles back and calls life vain. First he said that death is evil, right? And then Solomon doubles back and called life vain. It's vanity. Worthless. You know what I mean? Which he have given thee under the sun, all the days of your vanity. Well, that is your portion. Your vanity is your portion in this life. And in thy labor which thou takest to do under the sun. Verse 10. Whatsoever your hand findeth to do, do it with your might. For there is no work. There's no work, y'all. Nor device. Nor knowledge. Nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. You think the grave is the cemetery? You think you're talking about the cemetery where you got to go?
Strong's H, 7585. Sheol, Sheol. And second entry, Sheol, Sheol.
Sheol or Sheol. It almost sounds like Shaul, like Saul. Dang. So what is that? Now we talking about the actual cemetery when he say grave. The Hebrew word is Sheol. Look what it says. Sheol, the underworld. Y'all, this ain't talking about no pine box 6 feet deep. No. No, it's talking about the underworld. Or grave, hell, pit, the underworld. Sheol, the Old Testament designation for the abode of the dead. Look at that. Place of no return. Without praise of God. Wicked sent there for punishment. Righteous not abandoned to it. So the righteous go there too. You just ain't there forever. Of the place of exile. Look at this. This is the grave he talking about. All go. Of extreme degradation and sin. Hades, Sheol or Sheol. Hades or the world of the dead. As if a subterranean retreat, including its accessories and who? Inmates. Inmates. Grave, hell, pit. Wow. Wow. So he said ain't no knowledge in that grave or that underworld where you going. Whatever your hand find to do, you better get to it. So Solomon is saying ain't no knowledge, wisdom, device, labor, love, hate. None of that is in the grave. All right, now let's go over to the New Testament. Luke 16. Let's deal with the parable of the rich man and Lazarus. Let's see what Yahshua, see what he had to say about it. And let's see if this lines up with what Solomon was saying. Solomon say, yeah, whatever you plan on doing, you better get to it. Huh? If y'all getting some understanding so far, go ahead and throw an 8 up in the chat, family. We slow rolling today, man. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. See, we gonna compare and contrast. Remember, it's battle of the holy books, man. We here to compare and contrast the text, the various spiritual books. Y'all notice that? Don't nobody want to go verse for verse with Owasso. Nobody. Nobody want to go verse for verse. Why not? Why not? Why is everybody outside? Why is everybody outside boxing the earth? Why is that happening? Did Yeshua's parable match with Melech Shlomo's parable? King Solomon? Solomon teaching on death is, hey, ain't nothing popping. Once you die, that's it. And he called it evil because the same thing that the righteous and the wicked go to the same place, according to Solomon. And that's Solomon's teaching on death. This right here is to show you that even when you read the Holy Bible, that the teaching concerning death is not the same. You can pick any topic in the Bible, and I guarantee there's different doctrines of it in Bible. Bible already against itself. Solomon said there is no understanding, no knowledge, no love, no envy, no hatred. None of that in the grave where you're going, the underworld. All right, the grave is not the cemetery. It's the underworld. It's where the spirits of the dead live, according to Bible, right? All right, so let's get to this. This is Luke 16:19, the rich man and Lazarus. A lot of y'all familiar with this. Let's see what it's saying. You know what I mean? Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers. Yeah. We love y'all too, man. CGG in the building. Hey, look at that. Look at one of the snipers. Shout out to Bronze Yo, man. Y'all tapping with Bronze Yo, man. He hit me with the Credit Gang hat last time I was in St. Louis. You feel me? Hit me with the CGG hat, baby. You dig? Y'all tap in with Bronze, man. Love, light, balance. All right, so look at this. This is the rich man and Lazarus right here. We all familiar with this, right? Luke 16:19. There was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fur sumptuously every day. He ain't hurting for nothing. You know what I mean? He ain't working just to pay bills. He good. He rich, right? Luke 16:20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores. Verse 21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried. So now we're talking about Sheol. We're talking about death. We're talking about, you know, where the spirits of the dead, where they live at. There's a spot, biblically speaking, called Abraham's bosom. All right? According to Bible, this is where the souls of the righteous may dwell. But they're all in this underworld place called Sheol. They just rest in different spots, right? Or just in different spots. Watch this. The rich man also died and was buried. Verse 23. And in hell he lifted up his eyes. In hell, we just read hell is Sheol, right? Or the grave is Sheol. He lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and sees Abraham afar off and Lazarus in his bosom. Now, look at this right here, because remember, Solomon said there is no knowledge in the grave. There's no love, there's no envy, there's no hatred, none of that. No knowledge, no wisdom, no labor, no work. This is what Solomon said. In the grave, where you going, right? Look what this rich man is doing. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. It sounds like this rich man has knowledge. He's aware of something. So this underworld, you're still aware of it, right? And he's aware that what is not comfortable for him at all. You know what I mean? You see? So it ain't like, according to Solomon, you just go black, right? This parable Yahshua is breaking down. No, you're conscious. And if you're conscious in the word, you got knowledge of what's going on. You see? So what Yahshua taught concerning death and what Solomon taught is totally different. Solomon say all that perishes when you go to the grave. Ain't none of that cracking. Nothing. Whatever you plan on doing, you better do it, because ain't none of it going with you to the grave. The grave is the underworld, Sheol, right? The place, according to the Bible, where the spirits of the dead dwell, right? Well, we read in this parable that Yahshua put out, right? And what does it say? That this man is aware, he's conscious that he's in torment. If you are aware or conscious, then you have knowledge. Let's keep reading to prove he got knowledge. Right? Not only that, he's asking that that Lazarus be allowed to dip the tip of his finger in water. He just want a drop of water off this man's finger. So his tongue, so he's in this underworld with a spiritual tongue. This ain't his physical body. For I am tormented in this flame. Look at this. Look at this. But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime. Now hold on. Abraham wasn't alive. How would Abraham know? I thought the dead don't have any knowledge. Abraham wasn't alive when this rich man and Lazarus had their, their encounter. How did he know if the dead don't know anything? Abraham understood that, look, you live. I have the knowledge that when you was living, you ain't dude right. You ain't doing right. You know what I mean? But Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. How would Abraham know that if the dead don't have any knowledge of anything? How is Abraham calling down the lives of the rich man and Lazarus and the conditions that they were living in when they were alive? How is they calling that down? How is he calling that down if the dead don't know anything? So now you're seeing that Yeshua's teachings and Solomon's teachings concerning death are not the same. You see, the Bible ain't uniform on no topic, not one. You can pick any topic in the Bible, and a brother gonna be able to show you opposite. You see, so if you understand that what Yeshua taught concerning death and what Solomon taught concerning death is different, throw me a 7 up in the chat, man. Let's keep rolling. Look at this, verse 26. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed, so that they which would pass from hence to you cannot, neither can they pass to us that would come from there or thence. So he's saying, even though we're in the same place in this underworld, in this grave or hell called Sheol, right? There's still a valley between the righteous and the wicked. They're still separated. The wicked are in torment, the righteous are resting. You see? But there's still, according to Yeshua, there's still knowledge. You know what I mean? Both of them are aware. And not only that, Abraham, who had been dead, is telling them not only who they are, but the condition and how they lived while they were living. So the dead do have knowledge. The dead, they are aware and conscious, according to this. And this is not the same as what we just read from Solomon. Look at this. Verse 27. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father. Talking to Abraham. This is what the rich man is saying in torment. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that you would send him to my father's house. So he asked Abraham, well, look, send Lazarus to my father's house. This man got knowledge that he got a father. He know where he's from. He know who his father is. He's dead. He's dead. So what you mean the dead don't have any knowledge? What does that mean? Oh, brother, that just means under the sun. Well, his family is still living, and he has knowledge of them. Not only that, Abraham had knowledge of the rich man and Lazarus while they were living under the sun, before they even came to where he at. Two different teachings of death. You dig? It's more than that, but just, just based off what Solomon was saying versus what Yeshua was saying. Their teachings are different when it comes to that. Look at this. Look at what the rich dead man is saying to Abraham in this underworld. Well, I have 5 brothers. Hold on. Not only do you have knowledge that you got a father, right, and that you come from your father's house, you also understand you got 5 brothers. And they still living under the sun. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify unto them, lest they also come into this place of torment. So he's like, hey, go holler at my brothers, man. Let them know what's up, so they can dodge where I'm at, right? Look what Abraham said. Abraham saith unto him, they have. So again, Abraham has knowledge of the living. And he's dead. He's saying, Abraham saith unto them, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them. They got the Bible. Hear the Bible. But how is Abraham talking about Moses and the prophets and they lived after him? If the dead don't have any knowledge of anything that is done under the sun, then why is Abraham talking about men who are living under the sun who he never met? Look at this, verse 30. Verse 30. One second. Oh, wait, this is serious, man. All you gotta do is slow down, look at it. How would Abraham even know about Moses if the dead don't know anything? How does Abraham know about the rich man and Lazarus and what type of life they lived if the dead don't know anything? You see, you're so against what we bringing out. We slow you down right in the Bible. Look at it. Look at what's being said. Verse 30. And he said, nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from where? The dead, they will repent. Look at this. And he said unto him, if they heard not much, this is what Abraham, remember, Abraham lived before Moses. He never met Moses. And if what Solomon said is true about death, how would Abraham know about Moses? And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, if they don't hear the Bible, specifically the Tanakh, neither will they be persuaded, though one rose from the dead. Dang, son. Dang, what is really going on around here? What is really, really going on around here, man? Dang. Let's get into it. Now, look at this. Now, I find it quite ironic that your boy Flavius Josephus, I find it quite ironic that he had a debate with Apion, a Greek philosopher, about what? Hades or Sheol, the state of the departed. Is there knowledge beyond the grave? Is there knowledge beyond the grave? According to Solomon, no. According to Yeshua's parable, yeah. But look at this right here. Discourse to the Greeks concerning Hades by Flavian Herodian Josephus. Look at this. We're going to go to section 1. Look at this. This is Josephus' understanding about what happens when the souls, when you die, your spirit or your soul cross over. Now it's the Hades, wherein the souls of the good, things. Look at this word. Let's read it. Right off Bible Hub. They got it right on Bible Hub. Look at the word. Now it's the Hades, or the grave, or the underworld, or in Hebrew, Sheol, wherein the souls of the good things they see and rejoice in the righteous and unrighteous are detained. So the souls of the righteous and unrighteous are detained in Hades, Sheol, according to the Bible, the grave, the underworld. It is necessary to speak of it. Hades, look at this, friend. Don't forget, Hades is a Greek god. Hades is a place in the world not regularly finished, a subterraneous region. So, according to Josephus, Hades, the grave or the underworld, is beneath your feet. It ain't in the lower heavens above your head. You know what I mean? It's beneath your feet. So he's saying there's something beneath you. Subterraneous is beneath you. It's in the earth. Hades is a place in the world not regularly finished, a subterraneous region wherein the light of this world does not shine. From which circumstance that in this region that light does not shine, it cannot be, but there must be in it perpetual what? Darkness. Perpetual darkness. In Hades, the underworld, and according to Josephus, is under your feet. This region is allotted as a place of custody for souls, which angels are appointed as guardians to them, who distribute to them temporary punishments agreeable to everyone's behavior and manners. You get jumped by some angels, boy. Look at this. Section 2. In this region, there is a certain place set apart. Hold on. So nobody think we over here playing. Are we playing? You think it's a game? What you think we playing? In this region, there is a certain place. Now, this is crazy because this basically is about to mirror what Luke 16 said, the rich man and Lazarus. Now, if y'all know anything about when the first Gospels was written and who wrote them and what language and from what, who authored, man, that's a whole nother topic. I got a whole series on the channel, Roman and Jewish, conspiracies, basically. It'll blow your mind. But there is no coincidence that Josephus is breaking down the very thing that Yeshua is breaking down in Luke 16. Could it be as one author to it? Anyway, let's finish reading. In this region, there is a certain place set apart as a lake of unquenchable fire. So in Hades, in this underworld, there is a place called the lake of fire. Lake of unquenchable fire, and it's beneath your feet, whereinto we suppose no one have hitherto been cast. So he's saying, as of right now, no one has been cast into the lake of fire. But it is prepared for a day determined by God, in which one righteous sentence shall deservedly be passed upon all men, when the unjust and those that have been disobedient to God and have given honor to such idols as have been the vain operations of the hands of men, as to God himself, shall be adjudged to this everlasting punishment. Good night, boy. You want more chestnuts roasting, boy? Boy, get your nuts roasted forever. Boy, if you wrong a little bit, ain't no making it up. If you off a smidgen, boy, hey, your nuts gonna roast. According to this. What? Look at this. It says right here, man. As having been the causes of defilement, while the just, the righteous, shall obtain an incorruptible and never fading kingdom. These are now indeed confined in Hades, the underworld, locked up in prison, the underworld, but not in the same place wherein the unjust are confined. So, according to Josephus and according to Luke 16, the righteous and the wicked are both in hell. Hell is the grave or the underworld. According to Luke 16 and according to Josephus, the righteous and the wicked, even though they're in the same place, they're separated, but they can see one another. You see that? Wow, that deal say confined. It's prison. Okay? Look at this, section 3. How is Josephus quoting the very same thing that Yeshua quoted or said? Could Josephus be the author? Good night, boy. Good night. Because remember, the first gospel wasn't written till after the fall of Jerusalem. And it was written from overseas in Rome in Greek. The Gospel of Mark is the oldest gospel. It didn't come out till after Jerusalem had fell to the Flavians. And it came out in Greek from Rome, from the court of the Flavians. Could Josephus be the author of Luke 16, the rich man and Lazarus? Just something to think about. Look at this. For there is one descent into this region. Look at this. For there is one descent into this region, at whose gate we believe there stands an archangel with an host. See, descent, going down, underground. There's an archangel with an army, at the gate of hell. Look at it. Which gate, when those pass through that are conducted down by the angels appointed over souls, they do not go the same way, but the just are guided to the right hand and are led with hymns, sung by the angels appointed over that place, unto a region of light, in which the just have dwelt from the beginning of the world. So according to Josephus, all the dead who have died that are righteous are in hell, but they're guided to a region of light. All right. And so everybody who's ever lived since the beginning of the world that was righteous rest in this same place. Not constrained by necessity, but ever enjoying the prospect of the good things they see, and rejoicing the expectation of those new enjoyments which will be peculiar to every one of them, and esteeming those things beyond what we have here, with whom there is no place of toil, no burning heat, no piercing cold, nor are any briars there, but the continence of and of the just, which they see always, smiles them, while they wait for that rest and eternal new life in heaven, which is to succeed this region, this place we call the bosom of Abraham. Look like Josephus may be the author of Luke 16. Abraham's bosom. Only if you knew, YAH'KI. Only if you knew. You dig? But that's a whole nother topic. We already proved who Josephus is. You dig? And he a turncoat. He a sellout. And he came outside and called, guess who he called Messiah? He called Vespasian the Messiah. To save his skin. That nigga was given a government pension, Caesar's townhouse, women, all that for selling out. You don't get no love over here. But look at this. Look what happened to the unjust, though, according to Josephus. But as to the unjust, they are dragged by force to the left. But as to the unjust, they are dragged by force to the left hand by the angels allotted for punishment, no longer going with a good will, but as prisoners driven by violence. Dang. To whom are sent the angels appointed over them to reproach them and threaten them with their terrible looks. So you get you some, if you was on demon time, you get you some evil angels. They gonna long stomp you and jump you when you cross over. Look at this. It says, no longer going with a good will, but as prisoners driven by violence, to whom are sent the angels appointed over them to reproach them and threaten them with their terrible looks, and to thrust them still downwards. Now those angels that are set over these souls drag them into the neighborhood of hell itself. Y'all hear this? Who, when they are hard by it, continually hear the noise of it and do not stand clear of the hot vapor itself. But when they have a near view of this spectacle, as of a terrible and exceeding great prospect of fire, they are struck with a fearful expectation of a future judgment. That's that first and second resurrection and all that. The white throne judgment in Revelation. Meaning they're tormented where they at right now, but that ain't all that they gonna get. That's temporary. Remember, this is talking about your chestnuts roasting forever. Look what this say, man. It say they are struck with a fearful expectation of a future judgment and in effect punished thereby. And not only so, but where they see the place of the fathers and of the just. Like, remember, the rich man was able to see Lazarus and he wanted water. So the righteous and the wicked are both in hell, Hades, the underworld. They're just separated. One is in torment, the other is not. Even HERBAL they punish, for a chaos deep and large is fixed between them, or what Luke said, a gulf are fixed between them, insomuch that a just man that have compassion upon them cannot be admitted, nor can one that is unjust, if he were bold enough to attempt it, pass over it. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Remember, this is a debate Josephus is having with a cat named Apion. All right. I'm gonna read this one. This is the discourse of the debate concerning Hades, or the underworld, wherein the souls of all men are confined into a proper season which God have determined, when he will make a resurrection of all men from the dead, not procuring a transmigration of souls from one body to another. So Josephus wasn't talking about reincarnation, but raising again those very bodies which you Greeks, but raising again those very bodies which you Greeks, seeing to be dissolved, do not believe their resurrection. Now, again, reincarnation, or to reincarnate, means back in the flesh. You see what I'm saying? Josephus and Bible's understanding of resurrection, there ain't that far off from reincarnation. You still back in the flesh on earth. Oahspe teaches resurrection as graduation, as advancement. You know what I mean? You start that once you cross over, and you continue to graduate and resurrect, or rise up higher and higher. You see what I'm saying? It's not you being sent back to the earth to stand up in a different body, or the same body, just with a different spirit. You feel me? It's still the same. It's basically the resurrection understanding and the reincarnation understanding coming out of the Bible. They basically the same thing. Reincarnate means back in the flesh on earth. And that's what's happening. Look what it say. It say, not procuring a transmigration of souls from one body to another, but raising again those very bodies. So your body going to the grave or the cemetery turns to dust, bones, and ashes. And so the resurrection is your body will be reconfigured, and the spirit that went to the Father will be put back in that body. See, you're back in flesh. But learn not to disbelieve it, for while you believe that the soul is created and yet is made immortal by God, according to the doctrine of Plato, and this in time be not incredulous, but believe that God is able, which he hath raised to life that body, which was made as a compound of the same elements, to make it immortal. For it must never be said of God that he is able to do some things and unable to do others. We have therefore believed that the body will be raised again. See, we ain't talking about the body being raised again. We talking about onward and upward forever. No, coming back to the earth is going backwards. That's declension. That's not resurrection. Right? That's declension. You're coming back. Right? That's like making it to the 12th grade and going back to kindergarten. And you calling that resurrection. No, that's going backwards. You know what I mean? You done flunked 11 grades. You back in kindergarten. That's the understanding of resurrection dealing with Bible. You're going backwards. You never graduated about the earth and her heavens or the atmosphere to continue to, you know what I mean, rise up or resurrect. You go backwards. You see? So even the understanding concerning resurrection is off. Resurrection means to rise up, not come backwards. You know what I mean? Look at this right here. It says right here, for the earth receives its remains and preserves them, and while they are like seed and are mixed among the more fruitful soil, they flourish. And what is planted is indeed sown, bear grain, but at the mighty sound of God, the Creator, it will sprout up and be raised in a clothed and glorious condition, though not before it has been dissolved and mixed with the earth. So that we have not rashly believed a resurrection of the body, for although it be dissolved for a time on account of the original transgression, it exists still, and is cast into the earth as into a potter's furnace, in order to be formed again, not in order to rise again such as it was before, but in a state of purity, and so it's never to be destroyed anymore. And to every body shall its own soul be restored. And when it have clothed itself with that body, it will not be subject to misery, but being itself pure, it will continue with this pure body and rejoice with it, with which it, having walked righteously now in this world, and never having had it as a snare, it will receive it again with great gladness. But as for the unjust, they will receive their bodies not changed, not free from diseases or distempers, nor made glories, but with the same diseases wherein they died, and such as they were in their unbelief, the same shall they be when they shall be faithfully judged. If you understand that even the resurrection understanding ain't that far from reincarnation, throw some foes up in the chat, man. Throw some foes up in the chat. Let's show y'all what Ezra taught concerning death. Let's go into what Ezra taught. All right, this is out the pseudepigrapha. This is the 4th book of Ezra. The 4th book of Ezra. All right, let's see what he taught. Because Solomon said it all go black. Ain't no knowledge. Then let's get some understanding. Let me look at the chat real quick. I see chunky foes in the building. My brother Jerry say, at Malaki, would that mean that those that fail graduation will have to come back in the flesh? No, ain't no coming back in the flesh once you cross over. Not coming back to your fleshly body. You know what I mean? No, if you fall backwards in spirit, you become a low vibrating dark spirit or a druja. It's called a demon. Until you decide to walk with the light and rise up and not be that. You know what I mean? If you go backwards, that means your grade is falling. Your grade is failing, should I say. You're going backwards, not rising up, but you're not coming back to the earth to jump into the bodies that came up out of the grave or to reincarnate. You know what I mean? No, it's onward and upward, or you're gonna be stuck bound to the earth. You know what I mean? That's what that's about. Let's get into Ezra. Let's get into Ezra. You know what I mean? See what he's talking about. Looking at shout out to Deshaun LaFay in the building. What's the word, sis? What's the word? Love, light, balance. Now let's look what Ezra talking about. This was interesting when I first read. I said, wow. Let's start this verse 70 right here, all right? All right. He answered me and said, when the Most High Yahweh made the world and Adam and all who have come from him, he first prepared the judgment and the things that pertain to the judgment. Now understand from your own words, for you have said that the mind grows with us. For this reason, therefore, those who dwell on earth shall be tormented, because though they had understanding, they committed iniquity. And though they received the commandments, they did not keep them. And though they obtained the Torah, they dealt unfaithfully with what they received. What then will they have to say in the judgment, or how will they answer in the last times? For how long the time is that the Most High Yahweh has been patient with those who inhabit the world, and not for their sake, but because of the times which he has foreordained, the state of the departed before the judgment day. Look at this. Watch this. And then we're going to clear all of it up. All right. Ezra 4 book of Ezra, chapter 7, verse 75, the state of the departed. I answered and said, if I have found favor in your sight, my master. This is Ezra talking to an angel. All right. If I have found favor in your sight, my master, show this also to your servant, whether after death. That's what we're talking about here, right? Whether after death, as soon as every one of us yields up his soul, we shall be kept in rest until those times come when you will renew the creation, or whether we shall be tormented at once. Look at this. Look at this. 7 ways of those that scorn the ways of Yahweh. Look at this. He answered me and said, I will show you that also, but do not be associated with those who have shown scorn, nor number yourself among those who are tormented. So the angel told Ezra, look, I'm going to let you know what happened to the righteous and the wicked, but don't number yourself amongst the wicked. Look at this. For you have a treasure of works laid up with the Most High Yahweh, but it will not be shown to you until the last time. Now concerning death, look at this. Now concerning death, the teaching is, now what is Ezra's understanding of death? We didn't read Solomon's, we didn't read Yeshua's, we didn't read Josephus, who mess around and been the author of that Luke 16 and 19. It's too much of the same detail. And we all know the first Gospels weren't written until after the fall of Jerusalem from Rome in Greek. Yeah, Vespasian and Titus gave Josephus the actual Torah and all that they took from Jerusalem. Yeah. Roman and Jewish conspiracies. I got the playlist on the channel. Go look at it. Blow your mind. Josephus messed around and been the author of that. You see that? Now concerning death, the teaching, this is Ezra. This is how Ezra was taught what happens when you die. When the decisive decree is going forth from the Most High Yahweh that a man shall die, as the Ruach or spirit leaves the body to return again to him who gave it. First of all, it adores the splendor of the Most High Yahweh. And if it is one of those who have shown scorn and have not kept the way of the Most High Yahweh, who have despised his Torah, and have hated those who fear Yahweh, such spirits, Ruachim spirits, shall not enter into habitations, but shall immediately wander about in torments, ever grieving and sad in 7 ways. So the wicked basically are going to be grieved, and they go through a 7-way, journey on basically how they gonna be tormented because they ain't get down while they was living. So basically, once you die, it's a wrap for you. But understand this. The dead still have knowledge, according to Ezra, according to Josephus, and according to Yeshua. Solomon said they don't got knowledge. Josephus wasn't no Bantu nigga from Chicago, man. Shout out to my sister Lisa Edwards, the wife of my brother Yadai El Yon. What's the word? Look at this. The first way, because they have scorned the Torah of the Most High. The second way, because they cannot now make a good or told repentance that they may live. So once you die, it's a wrap. There is no redemption after you die, according to the Bible. That ain't what OWASP say. No one is beyond redemption. You know what I mean? But hey, if you die and you owe something to the board, you just owe that to the board. You got to get that right. Yeah. And look, in this world or the next. All right, so you might as well start now. Look at it. The third way, they shall see the reward laid up for those who have trusted the covenants of the Most High. Okay, so Ezra sounded more like Josephus and Yeshua than Solomon. The fourth way, they shall consider the torment laid up for themselves in the last day. Like, look, you're going to be tormented. Your chestnuts are roasting. Your nuts are going to roast forever. There is no redemption. In a wasp, you ain't in torment forever. Eventually, you get delivered about it, and then you go through your judgment. Like, look, this is what you were doing while you was living. This is, you put yourself in torment based off how evil and how wicked you were to your fellow man. You did. Everybody you harmed and hurt through your teachings or through your warfare or whatever, you got to work to raise them up above you. And until you do that, guess what? You stuck right here. The fifth way, they shall see how the habitations of the others are guarded by angels in profound quiet. The sixth way, they shall see how some of them will pass over into torments. Dang. The seventh way, which is worse than all the ways that have been mentioned, because they shall utterly waste away in confusion. Dang. And be consumed with shame, and shall wither with fear at seeing the splendor of the Most High Yahweh, before whom they sinned while they were alive, and before whom they are to be judged in the last time. Dang. All right, so let's look at the 7 orders of those that kept the Torah, or the Tha-Wa-Ra. Look at this. Look at this. Everybody think we playing. Look at this. Now, this is the order of those who have kept the ways of the Most High Yahweh, when they shall be separated from their corruptible body. During the time that they decayed in it, they laboriously served the Most High and withstood danger every hour, that they might keep the Torah of the Torah giver perfectly. Therefore, this is the teaching concerning them. First of all, they shall see with great joy the splendor of him who receives them, for they shall have rest in 7 orders. The first order, because they have striven with great effort to overcome evil which was formed with them, that it might not lead them astray from life into death. The second order, because they see the perplexity in which the souls of the wicked wonder and the punishment that awaits them. The third order, they shall see the witness which he who formed them bears concerning them, that while they were alive, they kept the Torah which was given them in trust. The fourth order, they understand the rest which they now enjoy, being gathered into their chambers and guarded by angels in profound quiet and splendor which awaits them in the last day. Look at this. The fifth order, they rejoice that they have now escaped what is mortal and shall inherit what is to come. And besides, they see the straits and the fullness of toil from which they have been delivered, and the spacious liberty which they are to receive and enjoy in immortality. The sixth order, when it is shown to them how their face is to shine like the sun, and how they are to be made like the light of the stars, being incorruptible from then on. The seventh order, which is greater than all that have been mentioned, because they shall rejoice with boldness, and shall be confident without confusion, and shall be glad without fear. For they hasten to behold the face of him whom they served in life, and from whom they are to receive their reward when magnified. This is the order of the souls of the righteous, as the henceforth is announced. And the aforesaid of ways of torment, which those who would not give heed shall suffer hereafter. I answered and said, will time therefore be given to the souls after they have been separated from the bodies to see what you have described to me? He said to me, they shall have freedom for 7 days, so that during these 7 days they may see the things of which you have been told, and afterward they shall be gathered into their habitation. So we see Solomon's teaching concerning death, Yeshua, Josephus, and even Ezra concerning death. Is there knowledge beyond the grave? And as you see, the Bible is not uniform concerning that understanding. Solomon says, ain't nothing cracking. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing cracking. That's what Solomon say. You feel me? Everybody else is saying, nah, it is something going on. You feel me? The righteous and the wicked both go to the underworld. It's just they're in different spots and localities, and they there until the resurrection comes. And once the resurrection comes, the righteous are going to heaven, and the wicked are going to the lake of fire for their nuts to roast for all eternity. That's basically the understanding of death. And resurrection is basically the same as reincarnation, because you're back in flesh, back on the earth. You feel me? Now, if y'all watched the last video we did, right, we went into what you're gonna be doing when you die. First resurrection education. All right. All this is right out of Owaski. Look at that. First resurrection education. What you gonna be doing when you cross over? Solomon said you don't learn nothing. Everybody else say you go to the grave and rest. If you're righteous, if you're wicked, you get jumped by evil demons temporarily until it's time for you to take your everlasting swim in the lake of fire. Nah, man, the watch me say something different. What happens when you first cross over? And this is dealing with those who rock with Creator. Now look at this. First resurrection, ascend for 2 years. Entered apprentice for another 2 years. Craftsman for 7 years. Nurse assistant to the ASAPs for 3 years. Assistant to the physicians, 10 years. Nurse for 10 years. Physician for 50 years. Entered factor for 12 years. Food transporter for 12 years. Large bodies transporter for 12 years. Creative for 30 years. Ooze learner for 12 years. Enter college, 40 years. Enter architecture, 8 years. Judgment seat and throne builder, 18 years. Enter school of light and darkness, 70 years. Heavenly boats and ships propelling builder, 24 years. Atmospherian earth traveler, 50 years. So the first 372 years of you crossing over, there's a system and order already set up. Training, education, labor, you feel me? As you continue to advance and grow and resurrect as a spirit right? This is the curriculum. Right there. Ain't no you coming back in the flesh to earth. That's declension. Okay? A massive benefit of a WASP is that it removes the fear of death. Knowledge and experience removes fear. We clear on this side. All right? Give you an example. Book of Divinity 3:20. Headshot. The 15th divine law pertained to the same spirit, which was after he had served 3 years as a nurse assistant to the ASAPs. He shall be promoted to the hospitals in heaven as assistant to the physicians. And they shall teach him the restoration of spirits and chaos. See what you're going to be learning? See, this ain't lick your finger scholarship. It's more detailed over this way. It's not vague. You know what I mean? This is what you're going to be lit. This is what you're going to be learning. This is how you're going to be training and advancing. And they shall teach him the restoration of spirits and chaos and crazy spirits and deformed spirits and of sick spirits and of spirits afflicted with foul smells who cannot clean themselves. Look at that. Especially of the spirits of women who produced abortion on themselves or suffered it to be done to them, and of the monomaniacs and all manner of disease spirits. You're learning after you cross over. You advance to a time or to a position to where you learn how to restore all these chaotic, disease, evil spirits, calm them down. And all manner of disease spirits. And the physician shall take him with them when they go down to mortals to remove fetals. So I mean, of course, you'll be around mortals and all that, but you're not going back into the flesh. That's the point. And the physician shall take him with them when they go down to mortals to remove fetals. And he shall learn how they are severed safely to both. Yeah. Because those babies that's been aborted, they come back and attach on their parents. That's why a lot of, especially women, a lot of women get the spirit of heaviness on them after an abortion. It's actually the spirit of the child. And you're responsible. Even if you can kill your child, you're still responsible for its spiritual nourishment. Yeah. So the child fetals on the parents who made that decision to kill it. Death doesn't remove your responsibility. You know what I mean? And they shall take him to the battlefields where mortals have slain one another, whose spirits are in chaos or are still fighting. And he shall assist in bringing them away from the physical place and also learn how to restore them, spirits of chaos who are slain in warfare. See, there's a whole curriculum and advancement and training for you to learn how to restore chaotic spirits, angry spirits. You know what I mean? You see that? Look at that. It says right here. And if there are knots in any region near at hand, the physician shall take him to the knot and show him how they are untied and how they are mastered and delivered. And if there is any hell near at hand, the physician shall take him there and teach him how hell is delivered and his people restored. For 10 years, he shall serve as an assistant to the physician. So there's a hell and a torment, but you put yourself there. The Creator don't put you in hell. You put yourself there by the way you treated your fellow man. Find yourself in torment. Slave master, Hitler, all them. Any king, any queen, all that. But notice you're not in hell forever. Eventually hell gets delivered and the hell knots get untied. You feel me? And now it's time to start your judgment and then your resurrection. All right. Then we went over the second resurrection education. See, first resurrection, second resurrection, third resurrection. Right? This happens in the heavens. It's not you coming back to earth resurrecting. This happens in the heavens. You continue to train. You know what I mean? Look at this right here. Second resurrection education. Apprentice Louis. Those are the masters of generation. You spend 200 years doing that. A Shar, which is a guardian angel, which is a guardian angel, 133 years. ASAP. They like your parents in spirit. They receive your spirit once you cross over. 66 years. You enter the chapter of the primary soul. Messenger for 100 years. Marshal for 200 years. Then you become an official Lord. A major benefit to faith in the Creator is while y'all trying to find a Lord to praise, we are becoming those lords. Whew. Book of Divinity, OSP 4:18-19, headshot, Div decree for 200 years. For 200 years, he shall serve as marshal, and under as many as 40 lords and gods, and as many as 20 heavenly kingdoms. This was the 42nd divine law. The decree he shall now be promoted to who? Lord, and have dominion over a city or a nation of mortals, and over the spirits belonging to that city or nation. This was the 43rd divine law, the grades and ascension of spirit after death, according to the grades and rates. Right? Grade 99, highest atmospheric grade of the all pure in spirit. Look at that. Grade 75, 3/4 ways upward toward ethereal. Grade 50, midway between the earth and the emancipated heavens, ethereal. 1/4 way up, grade 25. 1/4 way up from the earth toward ethereal. Grade 1, lowest heavens resting on the earth. See that? What about the benefit of being able to judge where your soul will go up on your physical death? Look at this. Book of Judgment, OSP, headshot 6:1-7. Whether on earth or in heaven, the same rules apply to both. See that? Same system and order. He who serves himself 1/2 and serves others 1/2 shall stand grade 50. Right there. You're going to be living in the 50s, cuz. You halfway. You halfway between the earth and the higher heavens. You know, you're gonna live in the 50s. If you serve yourself half of the time and serve others half the time, your spiritual grade or rate is that of 50. All right. You ain't gonna be in the lower heavens. You're gonna be, you know what I mean, midway between the earth and, you know, graduation. Boy from the 50s. Oh boy, Crip Mac. Free Crip Mac, man. 5 Crip. He who serves himself 1/2 and serves others 1/2 shall stand grade 50. He who serves himself 3/4 and others 1/4 shall stand grade 25. What 25 at? 1/4 way up. See, it benefits you. Over this way, you learn to be selfless. It's about serving others. And the more you serve others, the higher your grade is. See? Nothing spooky. Right? That's a picture of the earth right there, or a drawing of it. And then what? You shouldn't be offended at none of these different levels of the atmosphere. How many layers of the atmosphere does science tell you? It's like 7, ain't it? I'm showing you. Makes sense. Oh, okay. You're going to live in that part of the heavens or the atmosphere. If you serve yourself half and others half. If you serve yourself 75% of the time and others 25, you're going to be right here in the 20s. You right here in the 20s. See, we objectively showing what we're talking about here. We ain't just, you know, talking. And then you got to ask yourself, okay, that makes sense. Does it make sense? That's what it is. Look at this. He who serves himself 1/4 and others 3/4 shall stand grade 75. Look at that. Grade 75. You getting up to the 90s, cuz. He who serves himself only shall stand grade 1. Yeah, boy, you's a wandering spirit. Lowest heavens resting on earth. You still here. You ain't went nowhere. And whoever, look at it. And he who serves others wholly shall stand grade 99. And whoever serves accordingly himself or others shall stand in grade even as his works manifest. The grades of mortals and angels. Got the whole system in order over here, man. So you want that high grade, start, you know, doing righteous work unto others. Stop being a misfit all your damn life. You know what I mean? Look at this. Serving others 100%, you get a grade of 99, man. I don't know who that is. See that? Look at that. Serving self 25%, serving others 75%, serving others 75%. You get 75% grade. That's where you dwelling at. See that? Serving self 50%, serving others 50%, 50. Serving self 75%, serving others 25%, 25. Serving self 100%, your grade is 1. Shout out to my brother Sheila Shalom, the timetables of prophecy. Y'all tap in, man. All objective over this way. All objective over this way. You know what I mean? Makes all the sense in the world, don't it? Y'all getting some understanding, spin that vortex up in the chat. Shout out to the haters, jaw jackers, and naysayers, man. Yeah. We love y'all too. Let's get more into it though. Let's get more into it. We're gonna let the jaw jackers run their mouth. We just gonna keep melting you with this light. You know what I mean? We gonna keep melting you with this light. You running your mouth. It's all good. Oh, somebody in here mad. Somebody in here mad. Somebody God must have got hit. Y'all, you must don't have a clue. That's my little brother. He'll tell you. It's all good, man. Salute to Dr. YAH'KI HICKMAN. That's my little bro, man. You dig? Hate him or love him. You dig? But shit, I watered that. So it don't, whatever, you don't even know who you is. Y'all's power 80 what? You sound like you and the deity got your tongue. It sound like you mad that the deity is being exposed. Mm-hmm. So everybody want to get mad a little taste. I mean, that's the best you got, man. That's all you got. All this light coming out. You can't even be real with yourself and say, dang, that do make sense though. That do make sense. That's powerful. Yeah, Polar Tink mad. Can't get right mad. You know what I mean? He be all right, man. He be all right. Yeah, we got them vortex spinning. Hey, Cal. Cal say him hurt. Yeah, he hurt. That boy be all right, man. I always get a misfit pop through it. But y'all don't know when real ones are solid, it's just what it is, man. It don't matter what nobody got to say. Be all right. Yeah, let's get into this book of divinity. Let's read more about is there knowledge beyond the grave? Okay, now look, if y'all feel there's knowledge beyond the grave, throw a 1 up in the chat. If you feel Solomon is right that everything goes black and there ain't no knowledge, put a 2 up in the chat, man. You know what I mean? Oh, good, man. Oh, good as bro, man. Solid. Love and light and balance, baby. Look at my sis. Hey, what you say, sis? No, you can't say already in hell notch. Yeah, that mind is warped. Y'all see the way JJ done damn near lost his mind. Let's get into this. Let's get into this and go over it. It's easy work. You know what I mean? Your head ain't gonna start spinning if you start reading this. All right, then your head gonna start spinning. Oh my God. All right. Let's get some understanding. Let's get some understanding. Is there knowledge beyond the grave? I see ones. There is knowledge beyond the grave. It makes sense. It makes sense. And there's redemption beyond the grave too. It ain't over just because you die and give up the ghost. The Creator is merciful, man. Marvelous. There is no one that's beyond redemption. No one's beyond redemption. You feel me? You just got to work out your own. You dig? Your rise or resurrection or your declension is all on you. It ain't on God. You dig? It ain't on the Creator. It ain't on the devil. It's on you. You got to play ball. See that? That's what people don't like. People don't like the fact that we talk about responsibility. Like, hey, you spill it, you clean it, Jack. You spilled that cup of water, you gonna blame God for it? No, you got to get up, put your big boy boots on, grab that mop, and clean that water up. It's the same system in order with the earth and the heavens. If you spill it, you clean it. You responsible. You jumped out here and pressed play, didn't you? All right, so whatever happens, you dig, you're responsible for it. And once you know that, whatever decision you make, you're willing to roll with it, you've made the right decision. You know what I mean? Look at this word. God propounded. If a man dies and is not a Zarathustra, if he's not a faithist, a Zarathustra is somebody who proclaims faith in the all heights, the creator. You know what I mean? So that's an ancient name for a faithist or a faithist Israelite, one who ain't into the deity worship, ain't into the warfare, the blood spilling, the sacrificing, the chopped off goat heads, the yanked out organs, the slaughtering of children because God told you to. So when you hear Zarathustrian, don't spill your coffee. It's just an ancient way or another way to say those who have a strong, unwavering faith in who we call the Creator or the Great Spirit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just what it is. So when you hear that, don't lose your mind. Just slow down and pay attention to what we're saying. All right. God propounded, if a man dies and is not a Zarathustrian, what then? All members spoke, and then Div decreed, because he did not accept the Zarathustrian law while mortal, he is unsuitable for the highest exalted places of the light. For all official preference shall be to the Zarathustrian or the faithist. This was the 44th divine law. So does that mean that he just chestnuts gonna roast forever? Just because he died and wasn't on Creator Gang's level? CGG wasn't out here banging like we was banging? Does all hope go out the window for him and his children? No, not at all. Not at all. Remember, you're never beyond redemption, whether you're living or whether you didn't die. That's the message that OWASP brings. No one and no thing is beyond redemption. You know what I mean? All right, look at this. Because he did not accept the Zarathustrian law while mortal, he is unsuitable for the highest exalted places of the light. For all official preference shall be to the Zarathustrian. This was the 44th divine law. Shout out to the CGG, man. Div decree regarding the same spirit, one who had not been a faithist or Zarathustrian. His education shall not run to the Lord head, nor to the Godhead. Notice it said his education. There is knowledge beyond the grave, even if you someone that died but wasn't rocking how we was rocking. That don't mean you're going to burn forever and your nuts going to roast and you know what I mean, your breast going to get chopped off and thrown in the lake of fire. That don't mean that. All right? Right? It's just your education and training goes a different way than for those who was out here putting it down. You know what I mean? That's it. Look at this. So his education shall not run to the Lord head nor to the Godhead. He shall not be a column in the Father's building, nor one of the arch stones of great strength, but he shall stand as a plain brick in the wall. This was the 45th divine law. So notice it didn't say throw his ass in the lake of fire forever for not believing in me. It didn't say that. Your education, you just have a different curriculum when you cross over. Your education is different. You know what I mean? You won't be like a polished stone within the wall. You be more like a plain brick, right? But that don't mean you can't get your light up. That don't mean you can't get your grade up, right? It benefits you in every way to get down with Creator. And even if you're not, eventually you will. Remember, all things answer in the end. You did. So really, it's no rush. You go at your own pace with this. It don't matter. You'll never outrun the light. Eventually, you're gonna melt. You either gonna come into agreement with the light of the Creator, or you're gonna melt. But there's no outrunning. Everybody out here running their mouth foaming and all that, mouth mad at us and all that. Eventually, they're gonna be down. On this side of the next, but they're gonna be down eventually. You can't outrun the light. You know what I mean? You're gonna subject to the light too. Look at this. Div said, look at this, is powerful right here. Div said, I am not created God to merely serve my time and nothing more. Now remember, God is not the creator. God is a one-time man, a son of the creator. All right. His title is Div when it comes down to the heavenly Congress, basically. You know what I mean? The body of spirits that get together and form laws and all that under the command of the creator, right? So this is what God is saying. I am not created God to merely serve my time and nothing more. I am to look far ahead as to who shall be lords and gods over the earth and atmosphere. Salute to the righteous gods and the divine goddesses. You see, God ain't just sitting on a throne. You know what I mean? And remember, God is not the creator. God is not just sitting on the creator's throne in the name of the creator. The creator is not in the image of a man, so he ain't never sat on a throne. But God makes a throne in the name of the creator and sits on it, right? He telling you that I ain't just here to serve my quick 200, 400 years and get up out of here. God looks far. God prophesies, you dig, and looks on down the line and see who gonna be the lords and lordesses and gods and goddesses over the earth and atmosphere. Salute the gang, man. So when y'all hear us, peace to the righteous gods and the divine goddesses, because one day that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be that. You see that? God has a huge responsibility. A goddess has a huge responsibility. You're responsible for all the souls that's living and that's dead in the atmosphere, and to point them toward the all light and the resurrection. You know what I mean? Dear propounder, what then shall be the course of a spirit who was not a Zarathustrian, who did not worship the great spirit, who wasn't rolling with the creator? Look at this. And this was made the 46th divine law. He shall be delivered to the Asaps. These are like your parents when you cross over. Now, how you born in the earth and they deliver you to your parents? Well, when you cross over, the guardian angel is going to deliver you to a group of angels called Asaps. Right? And this is someone who died who wasn't rocking how the gang rock. He shall be delivered to the Asaps, who shall enter him in the nurseries as an Assyrian newborn spirit, where he shall remain 6 years, learning the elementary powers and expressions. He don't get tormented. He don't get thrown in hell. You see that? He just don't got the faith you got. He ain't quite convinced that creator is ever present and all that. You see? And instead of being in the scene for 2 years, he got to be in the scene for 6 years. But look what he's learning. The elementary powers and expressions. I mean, this is also to comfort any of us who have recently lost loved ones, man. Because you know, you go through that in your mind, like, dang, what we gonna be doing? Well, I see them again. You dig? Well, dang, they died. It's like, because look, if you are Orthodox Israelite and your people died, if they ain't accept what you accepted, shit, the hell with them. They gonna burn forever. You know what I mean? Lake of fire for them. That's basically what Bible pushes. You know what I mean? You know, it's how we don't even get down like that. You know what I mean? Because no one is beyond redemption. And look, this spirit wasn't even rocking with the great spirit and still is learning the elementary powers and expressions. There is knowledge behind the grave, beyond the grave. You continue to grow and expand and advance. You feel me? Should you choose to. You see that? Look at this. Div decree, the 47th divine law, the same spirit who did not believe, look, this same spirit didn't rock how we rock. And most of our loved ones don't rock how we rock. So that's why this is good to go over. So it can comfort you. You know what I mean? Like, dang, okay. You feel me? I wonder what Pop's doing. I wonder what Granny doing. You feel me? They wasn't bad people. You know what I mean? Of course, they ain't, received the Bible how I received it, but I wonder what they doing. Are they roasting forever because they didn't, you know what I mean, keep every Sabbath day and because, they may have still been eating flesh and, celebrating Christmas. These niggas gonna burn forever. Because they said a happy Father's Day or Mother's Day, these niggas gonna burn forever. Or even if the sister had an abortion or something, she gonna burn forever. You see what I'm saying? Like that ain't how the system and order is set up over this way. You feel me? No one's beyond redemption, but guess what? You won't have to. Your rise or your fall is on you. So rise up, man. Rise up. Look at this. It says, Div decree, the 47th divine law, the same spirit shall then be apprenticed. Dang, you gonna be in an apprenticeship? And this is a cat that don't even rock how we rock. They're gonna be an apprentice. Look at this. The same spirit should then be apprentice in manufacturing and general labor, general contracting. You got your general contracting license, YAH'KI, dreadful Cosmo. The same spirit shall then be apprentice in manufacturing and general labor, where he shall serve 12 years unless previously instructed in these things. Wahoo, mortal. Guess what, y'all? You even take your skills with you when you cross over. Look at that. Huh? But no, Solomon said, ain't nothing going with you. Your love, your envy, your work, your hatred. None of that goes with you when you cross over. What you plan on doing, you better get to it. In the underworld, ain't nothing cracking. That's what Solomon said. This right here is showing you that even your skills, some of you brothers are very good contractors dealing with carpentry, stone masonry, dreadful Cosmon, the plumbing. You know what I mean? It's brothers and sisters that's cold in all type of different skills. How about this, y'all? Your skills follow you when you cross over. You don't forget how to be, you know what I mean, a journeyman. You don't forget how to cook. You don't forget how to, you know what I mean? None of that. Your skills follow you. And this is a cat who don't even get out. See? Like, that's good to know, man, because, you know, just coming up in the Orthodox Israelite way, look, if whoever don't accept how you rock, their chestnuts are going to roast forever. And the crazy part about it, nobody in Israel believes the same thing. Everybody got different understanding. So that means that Israelites are going to roast forever too if we hold that same logic. There's nobody who's right. Everybody believes it differently on every topic. Look what my sister Lisa Edwards said. I no longer mourn the way I used to about the passing of my mother and father. I know they are rising in power, and that brings me great joy and peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what, sis? Me either. I mean, it's no longer a heavy burden, or I don't even view death the same way no more. It's like, oh, okay. I can get all that pressure up off my shoulders now. Oh, okay. That makes sense. You know what I mean? That makes sense. Big intuitive goat. That realization right there just gave me a more peaceful spirit concerning those that are just unripened spirit like I once were. Absolutely. That's why y'all never hear us saying lake of fire, you won't burn in hell if you don't accept what we saying. You don't hear us saying none of that, man. No two people think alike and see things alike, man. This whole deal, this is your journey. I would just say as your brother, look, live to your highest light. Meaning I always try to do what's right no matter what situation you're in. You feel me? I always try to do what's right. But notice your skills follow you. 5 and 7 div decree, the 48th div in law. He shall now enter school and learn surveying and measuring without instruments. Hold on, man. See, I'm about to see. Y'all gotta leave me alone now. He gonna learn how to be cold. He gonna be measuring down to the 32nd of an inch without a tape measure. He gonna be measuring down to the 64th to the 128th of an inch without a ruler, without a tape measure, without some type of digital gauge. See, you're advancing. And remember, this ain't even a cat that rock how you rock. You see? You see that? Come on, man. Like, look, it ain't what you think. Like, people need to learn to deflate and chill out for the taste, man. Right? It's the false gods that got you niggas scared to die. Got you like, damn, man. If I cut the stove on the Sabbath, nigga, I'm gonna get stoned. I done violated the Sabbath. I done mess around and, you know what I mean? I done mess around and bought some on the Saturday. Destroyed. Because the one cat got bricked for picking up sticks on the Sabbath, man. You see? No, man. Your creator ain't even like that. Man, these is false gods that got you scared to fart downwind on the Shabbat. Come on, man. Look at this right here. He shall now enter school and learn surveying and measuring without instruments and determining the kind of emanations that rise up from earth, their altitude and density. And he shall learn exploration and enumeration in both physical and spiritual things, corporate and S. The building of P-mazars and OT bombs. These are fire ships. You see that? When we learn it, and remember, this is a cat who don't even rock how you rock, and look how he's advancing. Look how he's advancing. You see what I'm saying? The constructing of arrow ships and all other vessels used in the heavens to carry things from place to place. And he shall serve 30 years in these things. Look what you're going to be doing in school for 30 years. And this ain't even a fake. This is a cat who didn't rock how you rock, but he's still advancing. Look how merciful Creator is. Look at the system and order that's set up, not only for those who rock, but those who don't rock. They still get a chance to advance. You see me? They still get that. See, so put that at ease within your spirit, because a lot of our loved ones don't rock how we rock, but look what Creator has for them. Man, this had my soul rejoicing. You know what I mean? I lost my father back in 2006. We was very close. You know what I mean? I had been a year in the teaching. You know what I mean? Being an Israelite and all that. A year in the teaching. And so, you know, over the years, I always wondered, like, dang, man, I wonder what my old dude, with my grandmama and them, because they wasn't bad people. They was cool. They just ain't believe or see it how I saw it. You feel me? But according to the doctrine, your nuts is you're going to burn in hell forever if you don't believe the right thing. You feel me? So to read this, man, and be like, oh, okay. Man, it puts you at ease, because what all of them create a roast the nuts of your granddaddy, or let your grandmama burn forever. You feel me? Because they saw things differently than what you saw, or they didn't get it all the way right, so they gotta burn forever. You feel me? You start reading all this stuff, put you at ease. Like, okay, now that makes sense. Now that makes sense. You dig? Niggas out here building fire ships, the constructing of arrow ships and all other vessels used in the heavens to carry things from place to place. Like my brother Eli just said, we hear bros talk about chariots all the time, not knowing how they get built. How they get built, you feel me? This stuff is off the chain, man. You feel me? Look at this. 30 years in that, right? Div decree, the 49th divine law. He shall now be promoted to restoring, nursing, and caring for the demons, the drujas, who are being rescued by the captains, generals, and lords, in which service he shall work 30 years. But in both the 48th and 49th divine laws, it was afterward decreed, whatever service he did in these areas in mortal life shall stand twofold to his credit and spirit. Look at that. That service you did follows you. And it stands twofold, times two in credit. Nothing but benefits, man. Nothing but benefits. Look at this right here. This off the chain right here, man. Div decreed, if he now acknowledges and practices faith in the Great Spirit, he shall be promoted to the college of creation. So he learning all this, and he ain't even accepted Creator yet. But once he accepts Creator, that's when it really gets saucy, boy. See, it really gets saucy then. At that point, you might as well come on home, because it really gets saucy. Who ready to enlist in the college of creation, baby? If he now acknowledges and practices faith in the Great Spirit, he shall be promoted to the college of creation. Look what you're going to be learning. And taught to create light and darkness. After this, he shall be taught After this, he shall be taught sarges, flowers, trees, and clothes, and take elementary lessons in music and expression, in which branches he shall serve 50 years. And then he shall be entitled to examination. Got to take a test, right? And if he can withstand the third grade of light, good night, he shall be ranked bridegroom of all. This was the 50th divine law. The 51st thus provides. What is on? Or om is female for creator. Female for or Jehovah. Bridegrooms or men marry om. Brides marry Jehovah. So remember, creator is male and female. All right. False gods and had these misfits running around her calling themselves male brides to Jebus. Or watch become cleared up. No, if you a man, you a bridegroom, you a husband. If you a woman, you're a bride, you're a wife. So all men are bridegrooms to Om, which is female for a creator. All women are brides to Jehovah. See, even in the spirit world, men and women, or male and female, are distinguished. You don't die and become androgynous. You know what I mean? So yeah, your mother, your daughters, your sisters, your grandmamas, your aunties, all those are female spirits that have died and crossed over. They are females. Right? You can't even ask nobody that read Bible to show you a female angel. Niggas really can't tell you. Are the female angels? Come on home and read what we talking about. Yes, there are female angels. Right? These are the goddesses. Right? And if they down with creator, you don't worship them. Same with the men. All right. So yeah. Hope that made sense. If you a man, you're not a male bride. Jebus is not your hubby. No. All right. Look at this. But what I liked about this was this. And then he shall be entitled to examination. And if he can withstand the third grade of light. The third grade of light. Only the third grade of it. He shall be ranked bridegroom of Om. Or if it's a she, bride of the creator Jehovah. The 51st thus provides, if he does not yet comprehend faith in the all person, he still ain't rocking with creator, right? Look at this. If he does not yet comprehend faith in the creator, the all person, he shall be granted freedom to all the places where he has served. And he shall be emancipated from all lords and gods, and from all labor and education, and honorably discharged. Look, you done made it all the way through this, and you still don't believe. But look what happens to him. Does his nuts roast forever? No. To pursue whatever he desires in any place in heaven or earth, nor shall the lords or gods take any more notice of him other than due respect and honor. Now, he don't want to get down with creator, don't even acknowledge him, but he went through the training. So, he still get honored. He still get respect. Look at this. That is right here. Regarding this day of Son of All Light spoke, saying, this also shall be part and parcel of the divine law, which is to say, from the latter class rise the false gods and false lords. So the atheists, they cross over and go through all the education and still don't acknowledge the great spirit. Where you think the false gods and false lords come from? Them. Yeah. None. From the latter class rise the false gods and false lords, who often set up kingdoms of their own in the atmosphere. They shall not rise above the second resurrection. Wow. So from the unbeliever, or from those who don't get down with creator, usually what end up happening to them after they go through all that education, they become the false gods and false lords. Dang, that's deep. Look at this. But they won't rise above the second resurrection. They still bound to the atmosphere of the earth. None of the false gods have been to Ethereum, the higher emancipated heavens. You know what I mean? Look at this. The voice of the Creator came to God saying, without the disbeliever in spirits, mortals cannot find courage to kill serpents. Hear that? Somebody got to jump head first out of a plane and dive head first into a volcano. It's showing the hell ain't finna be me. So it's showing you that there's a reason why there are atheists. It's a reason for it. You know what I mean? Somebody gonna have to chase a damn tornado to get the proper stats and all that. It's showing the hell ain't finna be me. Somebody got to jump out there in the Florida marsh and wrestle alligators so you can walk around with your extinct animals on your feet. It's showing the hell ain't about to be me. You see that? Somebody got to go to Antarctica where it's a million below freezing. To study the cold and the polar vortex. It's just showing the hell ain't about to be me. You see what I'm saying? There is a purpose and a reason for the atheists. That's it. That's it. The voice of the Creator came to God saying, without the disbeliever in spirits, mortals cannot find courage to kill serpents. Without false gods and false lords, the lowest demon would never be put to work. Those who cannot be raised by persuasion may be aroused by less scrupulous masters who make slaves of them. If you're getting some understanding, go ahead and chunk me a 3 up in the chat, family. We working today, you know what I mean? All praises to the ever-present Creator. Let's work. Let's work. Let me look at the chat. Kyle, what the hell is your ass talking about, man? Hold on, man. Oh man, you done got the Sean LaFace started. Shit, the corner anime. Hey. Third grade, that's sippy cup light, but it makes seems you got to work hard and diligent just to get to the third grade. Yeah, exactly. No, I ain't gonna tell you. No, I ain't gonna tell you. You sit in the corner again. Hey man, crazy. All right, let's get some understanding real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. You know what I mean? I just need them to chill on out a little taste. They say, why is it quiet? I had to give me something to drink real quick, fam. You know, it's all good. All right, so we're getting into this chapter 6. Chapter 6. Chapter 6 in this deal Let's get into this. So this is chapter 6, Book of Divinity, OISP. It's some understanding going on in this deal, man. And eat the cake, anime. That's funny. Oh, man. Let's get into chapter 6, Book of Divinity, OISP. And I ain't heard nothing evil yet. For every mumble mouth misfit, they got a problem with what we saying. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Come on. You can't say, look, you can stop acting like this ain't more clear. It is. There's more clarity in what we're talking about. It makes sense. You dig? Why would your loved ones who didn't see it how you saw it, you feel me? Or who didn't even perceive God how you perceive God? Maybe some of your loved ones were atheists. You know what I mean? Why the hell would there not be any chance of improvement and advancement once you cross over? Right? And why in the hell would they be burning forever based off their experience? Why? That don't even make sense. What sense does that make? Let's read some more of this, man. Higher light outside. So when everybody want to argue over who an Edomite and who an Ephraimite, and if Ruth was a Moabite or Israel, all that extra has zero to do with your spiritual progression and advancement. It's a higher light over this way, man. It's just what it is. Other than that, you're going to be outside the dojo, boxing the air. Woo, boy, I told y'all I'm fast, boy. Catch these hands. And you're going to walk up in the dojo and get your teeth knocked out like Adrian Bronner. Huh? Woo, boy. Told you, boy. Lightning hands. Huh? Get in that ring, boy, and get your teeth knocked out. Yeah, it look good. Bag don't hit back. They on the speed bag, giving all type of interviews, ain't even looking. The bag don't hit back. In the 12th moon of the Diva, the voice of the Creator came to Div, or the voice of Jehovah came to God, saying, so that my lords and my gods may not err, you shall make known or promulgate the foundation of the divine law. God perceived, and in the name of Div, he decreed, hear me, O gods and lords. This is the foundation of divine law, the decrees of God and his lords. His Lord gods and his lords, not singly, but by all members and ratified by the council of Diva under Div, son of all light. That is to say, a kingdom in heaven rises or falls by divine law. A kingdom or nation on earth rises or falls by divine law. Meaning these heavenly laws that are made up, right? The virtuous are rewarded and exalted by divine law. The wicked are cast into trials by divine law. But this is not divine law. Man to be created and live. To live a time on earth, then die and enter heaven. These are done by the ever presence, the all light, the creator, and not by the diva. So there's the laws of the creator that give life and, decree death and you enter heaven. No angel, no God, no Lord, none of that came up with that. That's the creator and the creator alone. But if you do want to talk about politics, the rise and fall of nations, being cast into trials and all that, that's because you're not listening to the wisdom. God tell you in OISP, profit in my wisdom and be admonished by my love. We're not even being admonished or profiting by the wisdom and love of God, not the creator, but God, who the creator appointed to rule over the heavens and the heavens of the earth. You feel me? You ain't even profiting in that wisdom or being admonished in that love. And for that, you find yourself in trials. Come on, if God is a one-time man, if God is a one-time woman with thousands of years of experience, why wouldn't we listen? Like just big brothers and big sisters. And when it comes down to life and death and all that's because of the ever presence of Creator. You see that? You see that? Look at this. This is divine law. The laws that God and his council came up with under the command of Creator to help mortals with their resurrection. This is divine law, namely to assist man out of darkness into light, to give security to the helpless, to raise the souls of men to everlasting light, to minister to the needy, to deliver those who are in pain, to teach man to desist laboring for himself, to teach him to labor for others. You know what I mean? That's what we supposed to be doing out here, man. Like selfless. That's the quickest way for resurrection and salvation, is being selfless, man. Today we got it bad. It's all about me, I. And guess what? We're very selfish. But as we seen earlier, what did we show earlier? We showed the grades, didn't we? Didn't we show the grades? Oh man, we showed the grades earlier, player. If y'all don't know, all these are presentations that we got. We like ain't nobody ready for us. We got all the presentations already ready and all that. But the grades of mortals and angels. See that? Based off the information of OSPI. OSPI is ice cold. It's a whole nother level. See? So you see, serving others get you the highest grade of 99. And these are atmospherian grades. This ain't even talking about once you graduate into the higher heavens and all that. You see that? The grades of mortals and angels. Serving others 100%. The highest grade is 99. See that? Serving self 25%, others 75. Serving self 50%, serving others grade 50. You're going to be in the 50s, cuz. Serving self 75 and serving others 25%, that's a 25 grade. All right, serving self 100%, that's the lowest. See that? And this is where these spots are in relation to the earth and her heavens, which is the atmosphere. See, so when you hear us say it's a great day to do a wonderful work for somebody, because that raises your grade. Right now, you may be selfish, you dig? But that's gonna keep you bound to the earth. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Let's get back to what we were doing. See that? To give security to the helpless, to raise the souls of men to everlasting life. Everlasting light, excuse me. To minister to the needy, to deliver those who are in pain, to teach man to desist laboring for himself, to teach him to labor for others. See that? But this is not divine law for seed to grow, for a tree to grow, for a spider to weave its web. These are done by the ever-living presence, the all-master creator. So there's a difference, right? What they call today natural law and all that. No, y'all. You know what I mean? Or universal law, that's the creator. They call it natural law, it's divine law. You know what I mean? Look at this. This is divine law, namely to regulate the affairs of angels and mortals for the ultimate resurrection. Look at that. See, the whole purpose of God and his kingdom and the angels is to aim mortals toward resurrection. God and goddesses, they are big brothers and sisters of ours who already done passed through life into death and have been in that spirit world, you know what I mean, some for thousands of years. So it's free game. It's free game. You know what I mean? Look at it. So this is divine law, namely to regulate the affairs of angels and mortals for their ultimate resurrection, to lay the foundation for harmony in community. Look at that. Supposed to be on one accord, man, together. To gather together the inharmonious and put them in tune. See, so no complaining over this way. I mean, they thugs, they pants falling down, they all the extra. No, well, your job is to raise them up. If they're not in tune, put them in tune then. You know what we complaining about? You know how much work we got to do out here? Huh? We got to cure the homeless epidemic. We got to cure all diseases. You see, we got to provide whole economies and you know what I mean? We got all types of stuff we need to be doing instead of lip wrestling with somebody back and forth. You're supposed to be revealing creative to everyone, right? And showing objectively how to get rid of hunger, homelessness, eradicate diseases. You know what I mean? How to come up out of this world and live how Creator explains to me living. You sure got the blueprint, man. That's a lot of work to do. And especially I would prefer to do other than lip wrestling with a whole bunch of cats that just, you know what I mean, their spiritual grade ain't where it need to be anyway. They're not going to be able to hear what you're saying or what we saying. They're admitted and professed baby killers. What you mean? Come on now. Come on now. We know what time this is, right? But this is not divine law to provide the earth with life, right? God don't provide the earth with life. Creator does. This is not divine law to provide the earth with life or to hold it in its place, to build a place of the higher or lower heavens, to provide corporate or to provide S. Like corporate is like matter, is what makes up physicality. S is spirit. These things are by the ever personal presence, the Creator, and shaped and molded by his hand through the chiefs of the higher heavens. And when you keep hearing ever present, that means everywhere at the same time. And yet invisible, within you, without you. This is divine law to bring man and woman together in marriage. That's powerful. Wisely for the potential child's sake and for the joy of all. This is not divine law to give desire for marriage. Or desire from marriage. These are from the all person, the master light. This is divine law. When a man walks along, take him by the hand and bend him to the right or left. But this is not divine law for the man to go forth. This he does by the ever presence, Jehovah, the Ormaz. That's powerful. A carpenter builds a house, but he did not build the logs or the stones. That's gold. A carpenter builds a house, but he did not build the logs or the stone. The diva builds kingdoms in heaven and kingdoms on earth and shapes them for usefulness and beauty. And when they are old and out of sorts, the diva abandons them. They fall to pieces. Nevertheless, Creator provided and provides the wherewithal for the whole. Dear decree, this also you shall promulgate or make known in heaven and earth, lest angels and mortals worship Dev and Diva. For though the Diva appoints mortal kings, yet mortals shall not worship Dev. Mortals shall not worship God. Mortals shall not worship divinity. Ooh-wee. If you're getting some understanding, throw me some tools up in the chat, family. We working. See that? No, only Creator is to be praised. You don't praise God. I ain't praise God. I just told you that right there. Ooh-wee, man. We in the building today. Yeah, I like that. Over there boxing the air. Oh man, this is some marvelous reading, man. To be honest with you, and you see how it's not vague. Like we reading over that way, it's vague. Like, do the dead know something, or do they not know anything? And then we see also the concept of resurrection, dealing with Bible. It ain't that far from reincarnation. You still back in flesh. See that? You're still back in flesh on the earth. YHWH'S teaches resurrection is graduating further and further from the earth. See that? That's what that's about. That's what that's about. You graduate further and further away from the earth. I see toes. We looking good. We looking good. We looking good around these pods. We looking marvelous around these pods. Hold on, I gotta show y'all something. It's going down. It's going down, down, down. All right, so right here. All right, so that's what we looking like, right? Right here. Let me show the screen. An inheritance for the chosen. See that? Because remember, Owaski teaches resurrection as graduating from the earth. Bible teaches resurrection as you're back in the flesh on the earth in a pure body living forever. So you can go into the New Jerusalem. All right, that's what that's about. An inheritance for the chosen, the New Jerusalem as the bride of Christ. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away. There was no more sea. And now John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for a husband. Look at this. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain. And he showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem. Descending, coming down out of heaven from God, having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb. And he that talked with me had a golden reed, or a golden measuring stick, to measure the city and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is as large as the width. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. The length, and the width, and the height of it are equal. Y'all, if the length, the width, and the height, and the depth, if it's all equal, y'all, then the New Jerusalem is a box. The only shape where the length, the width, and the height of it are all equal. It's a square. It's a perfect square. The fact that it has depth and height to it, then that makes it a box. This is what you're resurrecting to come to enter into. But this is coming to earth. That's coming to earth. Now, New Jerusalem is 1,500 square miles. Long, wide, and high. 2.25 million square miles. It's actually smaller than the square mileage of the United States right now. The New Jerusalem coming to earth has less square mileage than the United States of America has right now. And I'm not talking about North America. I'm talking about the United States itself has more square mileage than the New Jerusalem. The NLT, the angel who talked to me held in his hand a gold measuring stick to measure the city, its gate and its wall. When he measured it, he found it was a square. You see this? It was a square, a perfect square, as wide as it was long. In fact, its length and width and height were each 1,400 miles. This is what you resurrect. According to the Bible, the resurrection is you're back in the flesh on earth so you can enter here in Jerusalem. Notice it's on earth. And I'm talking about the heavens. Resurrection with Owaski is you're graduating further and further away from the earth, not coming back to it. See that? Not coming back to it. If you walk long enough in any direction, when you in Jerusalem, you're going to run into a wall. Walk long enough in any direction, north, south, east, or west, you're going to run right into a wall. It's supposed to be the all highest heaven. This is the kingdom for Israel. The everlasting kingdom on earth. With less square mileage than the United States has right now. So this place is going to be smaller. The New Jerusalem is going to be smaller than the very land most of y'all live on right now. That's crazy, man. That's crazy to me, man. See? Y'all see that? As we see. Look what it said. And we see the New Jerusalem also is considered the bride of Christ. The New Jerusalem is a city inhabited with Israelite men, women, and children from every tribe. Also, this is supposed to be the all highest heaven or paradise that the all righteous would dwell in forevermore. Notice we have the dimensions for the New Jerusalem. With these dimensions, we can calculate the square mileage on the kingdom of heaven. 1,500 miles times 1,500 miles equals 2.25 million square miles. Yep, the New Jerusalem is a golden box. Walk in any direction long enough, and you'll run into a wall. It's just really your inheritance. Revelation 22, 14 through 15. Look at this. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and whoremongers are male prostitutes. Male prostitutes, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters or idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. Look at this. So that means the New Jerusalem is surrounded, y'all. Look at that. Maccabee ain't making this up. So after the judgment and everybody thrown into the lake of fire and the New Jerusalem is here, why are there still murderers, sorcerers, male prostitutes, and idolaters surrounding the kingdom? So you got male prostitutes, sorcerers, idolaters, and murderers surrounding the all highest heaven, surrounding the kingdom. See that? Look at this. And this is what they call in resurrection. Hold on, good. So in essence, the promise of biblical God is a huge golden box surrounded by male prostitutes, murderers, sorcerers, idolaters, and dogs. And you want us to believe this is better for our community? Good night, boy. Good night, boy. Now let's see why YHWH'S is better for you. Book of Jehovah, chapter 2, YHWH'S 2 and 2 headshot. Jehovah said, I created the earth and fashioned it and placed it in the firmament. And by my presence brought man forth a living being. I gave him a physical body so that he can learn physical things. And I made death so that he could rise in the firmament and inherit my Etherian world, not come back to earth and live in a golden bird cage that's left that has less space than the United States right now. Surrounded by male prostitutes, sorcerers, murderers. Come on, man. You did? Come on, man. We got to be real with ourselves. You know that don't sound right. Book of Sapphire, degree of golden chamber, AA 28. Where is heaven? Worlds unseen by mortals fill the Etherian firmament above. These worlds are heaven. These are the spirit worlds. These are the Etherian worlds. These are the abodes of the spirits of the dead. Book of Discipline, chapter 1, OI Speed, verse 19, headshot. Nor is this all, for there is a third resurrection. Look at that. Bible only talk about two. See? There is a third resurrection in which the angels rise still higher in wisdom, love, and power, and are sent by your God into Etheria, midway between the planets and stars, the highest of all heavens, over which there are chiefs who are also gods and goddesses of still more comprehensive attributes. I don't know where heaven is? What would you mean? Huh? Worlds unseen by mortals fill the Etherian firmament above. These worlds are heaven. These are the spirit worlds. These are the Etherian world. These are the living places of the spirits of the dead. Look at that. Third resurrection, you get into Etheria. You talking about a box where you walk in any direction long enough, you're gonna run into a wall. Versus this, y'all, these are countless of worlds and galaxies. And stop it. Leave me alone. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't even compare it. Look at that. Look at this. You know what happened after you die? We got the whole system in order right there. While both the Holy Bible and YAH'S speak of an inheritance for the chosen, the Bible's New Jerusalem puts you back on earth in a golden box or a cage with walls in every direction. YAH'S speaks of Etheria, with every waking moment different and more glorious than the last one, a continual and eternal progression forever, upward and outward, forevermore. Book of Forgotten, chapter 3 and 13. 14. Look at this. Onward move to float the fire ship with its 10 million joyous. So this a fire ship with 10 million souls on it. Now nearing the borders of Harub, the boundary of Forgotten honored regions, where he was known for hundreds of thousands of years and for his work on many worlds. Many worlds. Ain't our problem you think it's just the earth out here. That's not our fault. Right? Your God lied to you. Here reaching Savorkum, the roadway of the solar phalanx, near the post of Dan, where half-billion Etherians were quartered. Half-billion? That's 500 million. Wow. On a voyage of exploration of more than 4 million years. So you got, hold on, man. Is that 500 million people or Etherians that's been on a space trip for 4 million years? Rich, stored with glories of great Jehovah's universe. They're Kualu. That's the name of their ship. Boy, I want to ride one of them one day, boy. They're Kualu. Their ship was almost like a world. See, these be starships, man. You shooting stars and stars coursing the front. Man, these be straight ships. You know, niggas talk about chariots. You shouldn't be spilling your coffee about that. Their Kualu, their ship was almost like a world, so vast and stored with all resources. They talked of going home. Their pilots have been coursing the firmament since long before the earth was made, and knew more than 1 million roadways in the Etherian world, and were best to travel to witness the grandest contrasting scenes. Watch this. Watch this right here. Oh man, what am I doing? Let me scroll. Yeah, there it is. I'm gonna say, I'm playing with you. Look at it. By their invitation, Forgotten halted her a while, and the host interchanged their love and discourse on their purposes. Rejoicing in the glories of Jehovah's everlasting kingdoms. Though they had lived so long and seen so much, everyone had a new and wondrous works to tell her. Remember, they've been on this space trip for 4 million years. Huh? Every last one of them has something glorious to talk about. For so great is the inventive power of the Great Spirit that never twice alike. That never twice alike will one find the scenes in the Etherian worlds, but radiant, each different, all moving into everlasting changes as if each one were to outdo the former in beauty and magnificence. You heard this? Remind you, this is 500 million Etherians on a space trip for 4 million Yours, and you mean to tell me that they never saw the same thing twice? And that everything that they saw in that present moment was better than what they just saw? For so great is the inventive power of the Great Spirit that never twice alike will one find the scenes in the Ethereal world. Bag drop, boy. Bag drop, boy. Huh? Bag drop. You know what we even talking about still. What you mean? What are we even talking about? Bogalika. OISP 3:12-13, headshot. Jehovah had said, even as I provided a little labor for mortals to develop the talents I created with them. So similarly, and after the same light, but spiritually, I provided greater labor to the high risen inhabitants in my Ethereal world. I thought Solomon said there wasn't no labor, nigga, once you cross over. What no work? For which reason, let my children learn the secret of harmonious and united labor with one another. We got to work together, y'all. Great mystery in it. I gave labor to man not as a hardship, but as a means of great rejoicing. Look at this. For the talents I gave on the corporate in the physical world, I gave not to die on corporate. You see that? So your skills that you have follow you. For the talents I gave on corporate, I gave not to die on corporate, but to continue on forever. As I gave talent for corporeal, physical, mathematics, and talent for building physical structures, yes, a talent for all things on physical worlds. Even so have I provided in my Ethereal worlds for the same talents, but spiritually, in which man on the physical earth, judging the adaptability of talent to corporeal things, may comprehend the nature of the labors I provided in my exalted heavens for the same talents. What are we even talking about? What are we even talking about here? There ain't no competition. Like, what is you saying? They ain't bringing out light like this. It's just not happening. It's just not happening, man. All right? It is what it is. Now we got over telling you like what's going down. Yeah, what's going down in this deal? All right, let's jump back over here. Let's jump back over here. All right, this is easy work. You know what everybody thinks is playing. Let me check the chat real quick. See how everybody, see how we doing around this deal. Yeah, this stuff is off the chain. What you say? Hey, Snoopy said this is mind blowing. It really is, man. Y'all here clowning today, man. If you're getting some understanding, spin that vortex up in the chat, family. Spin that vortex up in the chat. We getting some understanding today. Let's read another chapter or something, then we gonna close it on. Now, as you see, the system in order, different. It hit different. But it makes sense, though. Makes sense. Makes sense. Why wouldn't it be any knowledge beyond the grave? Why wouldn't it be? You feel me? Make that make sense. Why would you roast and burn forever? Why is it that all I got is till then, and then if I die and I ain't got it right, nigga, I'm done for eternity? What's up with that? Now, let's get some understanding. Okay. I see them vortices spinning. We looking good. Even out that way. Let's get into this. We're going to jump down to chapter 8. Divinity OISP headshot. All right. Let's get some more understanding. But you know what? Hold on. I want to show y'all this too. This is tight. I ain't have that leak of 3 and 14 on that presentation. I show you how highly advanced, man. Like these cats really gotta get themselves together. And over here acting like what we bringing out is so demonic and evil. Like, what's wrong with these guys, man? You ain't heard nothing evil yet. I ain't heard nothing evil yet. Let me share this with you. Look at this, man. You can't make this. Let me show you how powerful, how advanced. Right? It still go on, man. It don't stop when you hit the grave. You can take your talents with you. Your skills. Huh? Oh, I speak. Book of Lika, chapter 3, verse 14. I didn't have it in my in that presentation. Look what this says, though, man. Y'all make sure y'all highlight that. Put it in your mental Rolodex. Look what it says. Neither let any man fear that his talents may become too exalted for the work I have provided. For until he, man, or mankind, has created a firmament and created suns and stars to fill it, he has not half fulfilled his destiny. Look, it's time to end the chat, end the live right now. We can end it with that. You heard what that said? That said, until man has created a firmament and created suns and stars to put up in that deal, man has not fulfilled half his destiny. Yo, what is we even arguing over? Because ain't now one of us made a firmament, nor created a sun and some stars to fill the firmament. So that means, guess what, y'all? We haven't even lived out or fulfilled half of our destiny. A whole nother sport, man. Whole nother level, whole nother league. Yeah. Yeah. Not just telling you you're going to do greater things than these, showing you like, hey, look, until you have learned to create a firmament and to fill that firmament with suns, moons, and stars, you ain't lived out half your destiny. What the hell are we even arguing about with anybody about anything? Y'all see where we headed? What are you talking about? What you over there studying? The creation and dissipation of worlds. We ain't even in the same school. It's apparent. It's obvious we ain't in the same school or up under the same teachings. It's obvious. That just said until you have created a firmament and created suns and stars to fill it. You ain't lived out half. You ain't fulfilled half. We ain't fulfilled half of our destiny. Y'all, guess what? Ain't nothing else to argue about. We might as well sit on back and enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? And continue to focus on doing good works to others, man. That's it. We might as well just leave that right there. Learn what? That your talents follow you. And don't be thinking you so skilled that it's going to be too much for the exalted work that YAH'S, that the Creator has for you. And then he puts you right back in your place and say, let me tell you something. For until you done created a firmament and filled it, you ain't lived out or fulfilled half your destiny. The nerve of you to think you so skilled in physicality, you so skilled in corporate, that your skills are even too much for the heavens. Sit your ass down somewhere. Because guess what you ain't built? Guess what you ain't created? A firmament. And guess what you ain't did with that firmament? Fill it with suns, moons, and stars. Oh, well, you ain't lived out half your destiny. Good night, boy. Good night. I don't even know what else is there to talk about. At that point, ain't nothing to talk about. You see that? Man, I'm probably gonna leave that right there, man. I think that's something good to meditate on. You know what I mean? That's something good and great to meditate on right there. Man, that right there, y'all. If y'all feel that's marvelous, And that's a goal right there. That's major. You know what I mean? To be able to create a firmament and fill it with suns and stars. And then it says, until you have done this, you ain't fulfilled half of your destiny. Feel me? That right there puts you right back in your place. Like, okay, you did. And that's something to be striving for. So when we be like, rise up, young God, rise up, gods and goddesses, because look what you're gonna be doing. You getting a glimpse into the education, the training. How many years? You even learn that your talents and your skills follow you, right? And don't think you just so much of a master building in the flesh that your skills are too exalted for the high heavens. You put you right back in your place. That until you have created a firmament and filled it with suns and stars, you ain't lived out or fulfilled half of your destiny. Oh, if y'all got some understanding today, you dig? Go ahead and spin them vortices up in the chat, man. Create a gang. Shout out to my brother Bronze. Bronze got the Create a Gang hat, you dig? Now tap in with Bronze, yo. Put that in my hand like last week or something. I said, right on, bro. I need that. You know what I mean? Need that. Let me get that. Yeah. That's right, bro. Just me said. This info people need to know exactly, man. You ain't just like, bro, ain't nothing evil here. All of us like, dang, that's tight, man. What? Yeah. And there is knowledge beyond the grave based off what we read. Even in Bible, there's knowledge beyond the grave. You know what I mean? It's just not in detail what it is, what you're going to be doing. All right? And to end it, guess what we learned? No matter how cold you are in the flesh, building whatever you claim you done built in the flesh, you dig? Don't ever think that your skills are too exalted for the heavens. Because until you have created a firmament and filled it with suns and stars, listen, you ain't walked out half. Like that ain't even the whole spectrum of it. It's only half. Yeah. That's a higher light right there, man. They hit different. You know what I mean? And anybody that is willing to be real with themselves understand that it hit different. It moved different. It's different. You know what I mean? It vibrates faster. It's different, and it makes a lot more sense than what we've been hearing. You know what I mean? Even the concept of resurrection. All right? If resurrection means to rise, why would we be back to the earth? We should be graduating away from the earth. You know what I mean? We'd be graduating away from that. Right? Not coming back to the earth. That's like graduating high school and going back to kindergarten. And then we find out the inheritance that biblical God has for you is a golden box that has less square mileage than the United States. And that don't include Mexico and Canada. I'm talking about just the United States alone has more square mileage than the New Jerusalem that's supposed to be coming to earth. It's a box. It's a golden box. Walk in any direction long enough, you run into a wall. And it's surrounded by male prostitutes and murderers and sorcerers. You dig? And that's resurrection. That's graduation. Nah, man, I ain't read nothing about no firmament creating. I ain't read nothing about no suns and stars being placed in the firmament. You creating the firmament and filling it with suns, moons, stars. I ain't read none of that. Right? Even down today, we even learned that the atheists, you know what I mean? The atheists, when he cross over, there's a curriculum for him. And eventually he can grow into the understanding of who the Great Spirit is. But even if he still decide not to, he won't even be acknowledged, but he'll be saluted and respected because he went through the training. But usually the false gods arise by it. So we even showed that nuts ain't roasting forever just because you didn't see it how I saw it or the gang saw it, right? We went over today and showed even our loved ones that died who don't even believe what we believe, they still enter into the academies and the training grounds, and they learn and they grow and they advance. So let that comfort you, brothers and sisters, those of you who have lost loved ones and all that, man. You did take that pressure up off you. No, granny ain't burning in hell forever. Boy, you know the sacrifices your granny made for you, nigga. You know what sacrifices your family made for you just because they didn't see Bible how you saw it, they roasting forever. Think about the logic behind it. Think about what the false gods have really done. Tore families apart, man. With that understanding. You know what I mean? You grow resentful when you hate your people behind you. Because they don't see how you seeing it. Because really, you like, well, look, if we don't get it right, we all gonna burn. Nah. Whatever torment you find yourself in, you put yourself there. The Creator loves you so much, He's gonna send His sons and daughters to get you up out of there. You dig? And then once He gets you up out of there, you go to your judgment. Hey, whatever you spilled, you gotta clean that. Whether it's Master Crenshaw, slave master, you dig? Whether it's Hitler, whoever you harm, you gotta heal. On this side of the next, you know what I mean? Then you can start your resurrection and all that, enter into the academies and all that. But before you get in there, you gotta correct whatever you messed up. And brothers, I heard spilling your brother's blood in the mud. Hey, you gotta holler at that bro when you cross over, man. And it may take longer than expected to pacify him because he over there waiting on you. As soon as you cross over, he's gonna kick your ass, torment you. You dig? Until he get tired of it. And then guess what? Y'all both gotta work together to rise about this condition y'all in, that y'all put yourselves in. Right? Whoever life you take, you bind yourself to that person. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So ain't nothing evil. If anything, we getting clarity. Like, okay, I ain't gonna be doing that. And even if you don't believe it or acknowledge it, you're aware of it now. Say, dang, that does give a better system and order about what's gonna happen. It actually does. It does bring more clarity to the matter. There is knowledge in the grave, not only knowledge, skills, and all that, and you continue to advance. Continue to grow, advance, get better. You rise further from the earth. We even showed you the grades. Now you get your grade up. Man. What you talking about, cuz? What you talking about, man? We even showed you the grades, didn't we? Come on, man. Like you learning over this way. You see? There's a big time conspiracy to get you from opening up the book and getting into it. You know what I mean? Get into the book, man. Open up the book and get into it. You're gonna like it. You dig? That's just what it is, man. And look, for the longest we all used to be like, dang, I wonder if I'm gonna see my peoples again. Yes, you gonna see them, even if they didn't rock how you rock. Yes, y'all gonna embrace again and laugh. And yes. You see that? Man, that's liberating in your mind, man. Because for the longest, you don't know. You like, shit, man, I don't know what the hell. You know? It ain't like that, man. Your Creator ain't nothing but love. Your Creator love you. You feel me? It's just time to differentiate between all that. Who you calling God and Yahweh may not be Creator. Facts, man. And I know that's hard for a lot of people. No. But look, until you're ready to keep it real with yourself, you ain't ready to rock with us or even talk to us. You got to keep it real with yourself, man. You know what I mean? You got to keep it real with yourself. All right, let me show you. I'm trying to find that map of the solar system. That's in the cosmogony, ain't it, if I ain't mistaken. Let me go to the next one. I'm going to show y'all this right here. I know that deal in that big blue. That's you get the whole map out. Just fold it up in that deal. But man, look, you can't get around this stuff, man. You got to be real with yourself and call a spade a spade. That's it. And again, y'all, we was over here talking about blood drinking, child sacrificing, you know what I mean? Chopped off goat heads. You dig? I mean, all types of evil and all that, killing in the name of the God, then maybe you would have a point, but that ain't what we talking. We actually telling you the opposite of that. You dig? But you do find that in the Holy Bible. That's it. And that's truth. That's being objectively real. That is in the Bible. Like if that was over here with what we was reading, the whole world would be, oh, see, lick your finger, look at this. But how's the world throwing that over this way and they already guilty of that? That's where we at with this thing. Shout out to my brother Marcus Israel, 9 lives. My brother put them tips on you, boy. Boy, you see what Tank did to old Frank last night. I know you did, Marcus. Boy, hey, he stunned him and knocked him out with the same hand. Left uppercut, left hook. Slept him. Man. Oh, good, man. But look, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here, man. Probably take the short leg. It's like a water park or something. Let them do their thing, run around. You feel me? Eat me some clean breakfast food real quick, a little taste. But y'all, as always, it's an honor to chop it up with the fam, man. Believe that, know that. Live to your highest light. Live to your highest light, man. And that simply means no matter what situation you're in, strive to do what's right. You feel me? Light is always more powerful than darkness. You dig? So, yeah, man. Love, light, balance to everybody. You feel me? Y'all get on out there and enjoy the day, man. Dig, it's a marvelous day to do a marvelous work. Do something good for somebody, man. Dig, and look, and you know that's the quickest way to get them grades right. What you mean? What you mean? We showed all that. Matter of fact, we showed one more time before we get about it. Get your grade up, man. What that spirit rate looking like, cuz? Get your grade up. Get your grade up. Look at that right there, man. It's so objective with it. Just showing it all. Just showing it all. Yeah. The grades and ascension of spirit after death, according to the grades and rates. Grade 99, highest atmospheric grade of the all pure in spirit. Grade 75, 3/4 of the way upward toward ethereal. Grade 50, midway between the earth and the emancipated heavens. Grade 25, 1/4 way up from the earth toward ethereal. Grade 1, lowest heavens resting on the earth. See? Makes sense. Then we explain it. Right? Whether on earth or on heaven. What it say? Book of Judgment 6:1-7. OSP headshot. Whether on earth or in heaven, the same rules apply to both. See? The same rules apply to both. Whether on earth or in heaven. Same system and order. So when we ask you, what is the system and order for mortals who have crossed over and died? You don't get an answer. Nobody knows. Jabari, the Lex Vortex, whenever he was around, he done withered into oblivion. Where the hell he at? You heard from him in eons. When I asked him that on CLOT channel, what is the system and order for the spirits of the dead or for the spirits of mortals who have died and crossed over according to your spiritual system? What's that system and order? He didn't have no answer. Right? Ask any Bible thumper or Quran or whoever, what's the system and order for the spirits of the dead who have recently died? What's the system and order set up for them? The best you're going to get is Abraham's bosom. Written by Joseph. The best you're going to get is Abraham's bosom. You ain't going to get that detail. Whether on earth or in heaven, same rules apply to both. He who serves himself 1/2 and serves others 1/2 shall stand grade 50. You in the 50s, good. He who serves himself 3/4 and others 1/4 shall stand grade 25. He who serves himself 1/4 and others 3/4 shall stand grade 75. And he who serves himself only 1 shall stand grade 1. He who serves others wholly shall stand grade 99. And whoever serves accordingly himself or others shall stand in grade, even as his works manifest. There it is. Grades of mortals and angels. Saying lick your finger scholarship. It benefits you in every way to do something righteous for someone today and every day. Get your grade up. Quick as we get to the third resurrection, which is our graduation into etheria, the better. Y'all look up my brother Selah Shalom. Go get his book, man. Timetables of Prophecy by Selah Shalom, Israel. Yeah, we still Israelites over this way. Israelites. The faithless Israelites, though. The ones, the Israelites for real who get down and get down with Creator. Look at all these chopped off goat heads for the deity. It's supposed to be a sweet smelling savor. Look at all this. I'm damn chopped off goat heads and legs, man. You mean to tell me this happened and this sacrifice was to the Creator of all creation? No, it's to your bloody deity. It got nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with Creator at all. See that? It is what it is, man. Let's say breathe in, let the light in. You feel me? Let's rock, family.
Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual.
All right, question for Is. Would you kill your child, your son, if your God told you to?
You said the Most High told me to?
Yeah.
Man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is. Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
Yeah, man, the Most High said do it, then that's what it is.
A 22-year-old woman told hotel workers in Holmes County that she had been directed by God. To go on a shooting spree about the solar eclipse, and that not long after she left the hotel in a purple Dodge Challenger driving to the interstate, traveling west, shooting into 2 cars. One of the drivers was shot in the neck, the other grazed in his arm.
If your God came to you right now, tonight, in pomp and glory, shining, and he commanded the death of your child, would you sacrifice your child?
If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course. If the Most High is going to do it, of course.
Peter Lucas Moses refers to himself as a radical religious person who is with the Black Hebrews. And he just pleaded guilty to killing a 4-year-old and a woman that he was living with. He killed the 4-year-old because he thought he was gay.
Action. Moses believed 4-year-old Higginbotham was homosexual. Klein says Moses took Higginbotham to the garage, played the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew, and shot him. If
God came to you and told you to sacrifice your kid, would you sacrifice your kid?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called a terrible, demon-like power. God is called the terrible, demon-like power. So Nipple means empty, you could say, or open. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible. Shita means demon, or demon-like or terrible.
According to the criminal complaint, Polite told investigators God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
God told him to shoot Pastor Germany.
And he wanted to go to jail to clear his mind.
Would you kill your child or your grandchild if your God told you to?
Oh, man.
So that's a yes?
Yeah, it's a yes. But I think that it would be a test. I don't think the Lord would actually tell you to do it. I think it would just be a test because we can see.
You'd be willing to go through with it?
I'll go through any trial the Lord puts me through.
Leader Yahweh Ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God, one day in 1981, her North Dade home became a house of death. Banks and her husband, Carlton Carey, had just returned from talking with police about another Yahweh member who had been decapitated. Today, Yahweh Ben Yahweh is charged in her attempted murder and the death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's takeover in an Opalaka apartment building. Two residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both October 19.
Hey, y'all, be real. Who do Yahweh Ben Yahweh look like, man? Look, who does he look like? Oh, man, this is crazy. Hey, who does this cat look like to y'all? Y'all type it in the chat. Who he look like? Who he look like? Let me see who owned it. Let me see who owned it, man. Who does this nigga look like, man? Type in the chat who Yahweh Ben Yahweh looks like to you. When I tell y'all who he look like, y'all gonna be like, wow, he sure do. See, that's almost an apostle. Lord Jamar, Bron, Cosmo say apostle. Y'all tripping. YAH'KI. He look just like YAH'KI. He YAH'S daddy, man. Look. Hey, hold on, girl. Hey, you mean to tell me that Yahweh Ben Yahweh? Hey, man, that best right to be Captain YAH'S old dude, man. Look at this thing. He look just like the YAH'S. The YAH'S look just like him. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Death of her husband. October 1986, Yahweh's takeover in an Opalaka apartment building. Two residents who were ordered to leave publicly complained. That night, both were shot to death.
Wow. Judah, do you hear me? If the Most High Yahweh tells you to kill your family, would you do it? Yes or no?
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes.
Oh, Judah, no. Damn.
Judah didn't mean that, y'all.
If the Most High say, put your family down, would you do it for the Most High?
By faith, yes. By faith, yes.
By faith, yes.
But he's going to tell me not to do it, just like he did Abraham. We have a story like that already. Next.
The moral law is that if a child was to be rebellious, okay, towards their parents, they was to be taken out and stoned to death because of that. You see what I'm saying?
Would you do that? Would you do that if your God came back to you today in glory and said, I want you to stone your son if he get rebellious? Would you? Would you do it?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I would.
Wow.
The Most High was to come to you and ask you to off your loved ones. Would you do it, brother?
If I had made the mistake, if I didn't have ancestors inside of me and I made the mistake to make babies with outside nations, and then I heard the download from my ancestors saying that you need to put them away, yes, I will put them away. Yes, I will put them away.
Yes, I will put them away.
Okay, Judah Nazareth, if the Most High come to you and say, I want you to put down your family, I have a better movement for you that I need you to do, would you do it?
They're out of here.
So as y'all can see, you feel me? The deity got these cats' tongues. They're admitted baby killers. We ain't cool with none of them. You know what I mean? But if the wind blow a certain way, that's what they coming with. You feel me? When it comes down to, is there knowledge beyond the grave and the system in order is obvious. You know what I mean? Since the last two classes. that OWASP teaches the system in order. Same rules apply for the earth and her heavens. And then we even found out there's a third resurrection. But the resurrection is graduating away from the earth, not coming to it. You see what I'm saying? So if you got some understanding, go ahead and throw me some threes up in the chat. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Love, light, and balance to everybody in the chat, man. You know, it's always a pleasure chopping it up with y'all. It's all good. You feel me? And until the next time, man, get out there today and do something marvelous for the next person. The creator, the ever-present creator. All love, all light, all balance, man. All praise to the ever-present creator, the all in all, that always was, is, and ever shall be. The mighty and great spirit, the mighty and great I am. Hey, y'all, look at this. Them team debates got me spoiled. I think the next one should be OWASP science versus comedic science, and the branch of the science need to be cosmology. And then from there, we can go to, you know, we can take it a little further, you know what I mean, if they survive that. But before we even do that, we want to address the deities and Kemet. If they can survive that shit, then maybe we can talk about, you know, the science behind it and all that. They need to get their best four-man team. Let's line it up. Create a gang versus ISUPK, create a gang versus IUIC, create a gang versus whoever. You know what I mean? The comedic science, all that. You feel me? We here to show that there's a higher light on all levels when it comes to what we're talking about. You feel me? So, yeah. That's what it is. And they look, and as y'all see, we ain't got to get ready. We already ready. We already got the documents and all that. All we got to do is get together, strategize a little taste, and execute. You see? On to the next time, family. Love, light, and balance, man. None of y'all business. You dig? Breathe in, let the light in. I'm Megaton Light Bomb, your brother Malachi Maccabee about this deal, man. Salute, shalom.